bringing the grinder to the crowd, McLoud's very own Mr. Eric Moore.
Thank you and welcome to the Redskins Stadium here in McLoud, Oklahoma. Tonight.
M&M Automotive is now in its bigger, better location right on Highway 70 for your convenience. M&M specializes in air conditioning services of all kinds, including building and repairing AC lines for cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. They also do custom and factory exhaust systems, from brakes and tires to computer diagnostics, from tune-ups and oil changes to belts and water pumps, as well as transmission, suspensions, and general repair and maintenance. M&M Automotive offers a 2 to 3 year parts and labor warranty on all services. Trust your vehicle to the professionals at M&M Automotive Air Conditioning and Exhaust. Now on Highway 70 in Lone Grove.
Curbside pickup from Applebee's of Ardmore is an easy way to enjoy all of your Applebee's game day favorites. Favorites like the Fiesta Lime Chicken or made-to-order burgers. And Applebee's 2 for $25 is always a winning play. Order online or via the Applebee's app. Or better yet, have Applebee's cater your game day party. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's of Ardmore. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery has been caring for the people of Southern Oklahoma for over 40 years. As board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Wallace and Dr. Sutherland have the highest level of expertise in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, facial injuries, corrective jaw surgery, jaw pain, and facial cosmetic surgery. By continually learning innovative techniques and utilizing the most up-to-date technology, they are able to provide world-class oral and facial surgery right here in Southern Oklahoma. To discuss your oral or facial surgical needs, call the experts at Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you deserves our care.
Also, the band is selling lemonade. They were selling hot chocolate and water. All that for
It's the Exceptional Community Hospital here on the Long Grove Longhorn Network on YouTube, powered by KICM TV. And good evening and welcome to the broadcast tonight on a Friday night, Halloween night. It's the Long Grove Longhorns against the McLoud Redskins right here at Redskins Stadium. Once again, Andy Dunham bringing you play-by-play tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have a very special guest filling in for the 6 Sam Harris. It is Jackson McClanahan, former Long Grove quarterback, athlete, graduate, and now he's kind of doing his own thing, you know, postgraduate life, and he just can't keep him away from the game of football. He's in the broadcast booth tonight. Jackson, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Happy to call for the Long Grove Longhorns. It's an honor to be here beside you, Andy Dunham.
So my question is, and it's great to have you here, buddy. I'm excited. I asked Sam Harris the same question. You know, after you're done playing on the football field, of course, and you were exceptional at it, just like Sam was, and a lot of the guys in your graduating class and players you played with. But did you ever think you would find yourself in this situation, analyzing the game?
No, I can't say that I had that in my cards after high school, but you know, life happens, funny things happen, and I'm happy to be here tonight.
Absolutely. Well, you know, this is for one night only. Who knows? Maybe you'll be back here. we know that the Long Grove Longhorns have a great chance of getting in the postseason. Of course, last week was senior night against Perkins Tryon, and they pulled off the unbelievable upset against 6th-ranked Perkins Tryon, winning 24-14, and basically solidifies themselves in the upper echelon of District 3A2, and they have a great chance, if they win out, to find themselves back at home for a home playoff game. We surely don't know the opponent yet, but we know that the Long Grove Longhorns, the way they played down the stretch this season, especially getting into district play, they've really turned their season around after starting the year 1-2. What they've done is they've been able to play complementary football on both sides of the ball. We talked about it in pregame, or before we set everything up when we got here. We talked about just how great that game was last week against Perkins Tryon, dominating the game on all three facets of the game: offense, defense, special teams. Now, what you don't want to do, Jackson, and I'm sure you're going to say this throughout the night, and we will say it, you're playing a winless team in McLoud. They're 0-8, first-year head coach, and Colin Watford. What you don't need to do is lay an egg and basically have a hangover game, right, and come out flat and keep McLoud in the game, especially at home.
Right. And in district play, Long Grove has done exactly what you want to do in district play, which is come out with a consistent brand of football week in and week out, and they just need to come into this one game at a time, lock these two next wins in, and host the playoff game. Get the second seed, host the playoff game.
Absolutely. Well, the formula is win out. This team controls their own destiny. Of course, Sulphur's at the very top, but the top 2 seeds in the district get awarded home playoff games. 3 and 4 have to travel on the road. Right. So once again, you want to win out. You want to start by winning tonight against McLoud, which you're very capable of. That doesn't mean you just go out and play lazy and expect to win. Nope. You got to go out and play. I'm sure you guys had a lot of games like that. Thinking of games where you either had to travel or welcome a team that was a little down. This is a McLoud team that's down. They're young. They only have 25 guys on their roster. And as we'll see, as we get through the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show, we're going to step aside for 1 minute for the playing of the national anthem. Continuing on with the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show, Andy Dunham, Jackson McClanahan filling in for Sam Harris, and also filling in for Jeremiah Gray. It's Ryder Troop, who's a friend of the program, who is with us tonight here in McLoud. He's got a cup of coffee. You got a cup of coffee. Deacon McKee's up here, who's also a former cameraman of KICM. He doesn't have a cup of coffee. You guys coffee guys. What can you explain to everybody where you got the coffee and what is in the cup, Jackson?
I just started drinking it one day and just decided that I'm not going to stop drinking it. It gives me an extra edge mentally, to think sharper, and it helps. I like it.
Okay, let's talk about this this coffee right here. This is what does that say? Traveling Tom's coffee truck?
Yeah, it came from this coffee truck down there at the end of the bleachers over there.
Okay.
This is just a plain Americano black coffee.
Okay, can we get a rate out of 10? Scale 1 to 10?
I give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, okay. 10 out of 10, must try again. What about you, Ryder? What did you get? White chocolate mocha. Okay, and how is it? Out of 10. It's a 10. Okay, wow. Traveling Toms, huh? Yeah, getting some free publicity here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would you say it's exceptional?
The coffee?
Yeah.
I would say it's exceptional. Maybe even, it's definitely above par.
Absolutely. That ties into the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show. And with an average wait time of 15 minutes, Exceptional Community Hospital provides fast, reliable care when it matters most. Exceptional Community Hospital, where someone as exceptional as Traveling Tom's Coffee deserves our care. And we're going to end that. Of course, the Long Grove captains making their way out. McLoud will do the same. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back. We'll get you set for the coin toss, keys to the game, and kickoff right here on the Long Grove Longhorn Sports Network on YouTube, powered by KICM-TV.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you deserves our care.
Elite Insurance brings your coin tosses in 2025 for the Long Grove Longhorn Sports Network, and we'll meet the captains for both teams, starting with the home team. The home team on the scoreboard, the McLoud Redskins, who are 0-8. They are 0-5 in district play, and they are head coached by Colin Watford, and their captains are number 1, Phoenix Lopez, the sophomore quarterback. Number 4, Leroy Thomas, running back, linebacker. He is a senior. Number 11, Parker Ryan, kicker and defensive back, who's a sophomore, and number 17, Brody Smith, who is a junior. There's a common theme with this McLoud team. Of course, they haven't won a game yet. They're 0-8, but it seems like to me, out of the 25 players that they have, this is a young roster. Not a lot of seniors, and they're led by a sophomore quarterback. Jackson McClanahan had some nice words to say about Phoenix Lopez pregame. He thinks, and I agree as well, he's probably the best player on this field for McLoud, and we will see him on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he's a dual threat. He moves well. He's got a good arm, and he does a good job of extending plays and giving his receivers time to create space and get open.
Captains for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Long Grove Longhorns, number 3, Tatum Quinn, number 55, Brandon Heckenthorn, number 14, Elijah Mims, and number 8, Luke Stinson, all seniors on the 4-man captain crew. Got the Long Grove Thundering Herd making an appearance along with the cheer squad running across the middle of the field, and I see a common theme with both teams. They got the band members. They are spirited with their Halloween costumes. Of course, it is Halloween night, October 31st. I can't think of a time where there was a game being played on Halloween, but if it's tonight, there's great weather. Being joined by the McLoud, I believe that's the coaches. The McLoud coaching staff is up here with us too, along with Deacon McKee running team film. Ryder Troop is running your stream. Long Grove wins the toss. They defer to the second half, and we will see the McLoud Redskins with the ball for the first time tonight. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left until game time. That was the Elite Insurance coin toss. Bruno did not make the trip, Jackson McClendon, but it looks like we have a makeshift banner that the team is going to run through. That seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, it appears so.
So Jag Fuels is our sponsor for Keys to the Game, and I'm going to go ahead and kick it off here, Jackson, kind of let you piggyback off what I'm going to say. But for the Keys to the Game, that's once again brought to you by Jag Fuels. You know, really for Long Grove, I think it's pretty simple. You don't come out flat. It's easier said than done, but if you execute, find what works on offense. This is going to be a McLeod team. You're going to see a lot of on offense that you're going to see on defense and vice versa. You're going to see a lot of players on both sides of the ball. So if they can get an established running game, kind of wear down the defense a little bit, I think that only helps you on defense.
Yep. Games like these, they just come down to the fundamentals. You're coming out and you're playing against yourself. Take care of what you can take care of, and the scoreboard will take care of itself. That should be the mindset coming into this game for the Longhorns.
If there's vulnerability on the McLeod team, it is the offensive line. And if you know the Long Grove team, their defensive line got after it last week against Perkins like they have all season long, and they're anchored by Davian Miller and Brandon Heckenthorn on the line. They like to blitz linebackers. They like to bring them up to the line, and they really like to pressure the quarterback. And when you have a young quarterback like Phoenix Lopez, who is a sophomore, as we mentioned in the beginning, if you can get to him early in this game, I mean, he's going to have to play the majority of the snaps in this game, and, you know, that's only going to kind of affect his mental state in this game. Once again, Long Grove wins the toss. They defer to the second half. Uriel De La Torre will kick it off. McLeod has yet to run out of their inflatable helmet. There they go right there. Long Grove is ready. They are lined up. They got their kicking crew out there. Here comes McLeod.
We're lined up and ready to go.
Absolutely wasting no time. And if you're watching on the broadcast and you see what we see, it's a very thin McLeod roster. Only 25 members of the roster, as we mentioned. But a very young roster. Five seniors on this roster. The rest fills out juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, and we will see the McLeod offense once again on Halloween night, Friday night. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight, and I am not that I was expecting a disappointing Long Grove crowd. I'm exceeding expectations. They have filled up the bleachers. What bleachers are over there, they seem to be filled up. So a good crowd making the drive, just like you guys did. What was the time for the drive from Long Grove to McLeod? Do you know?
Yeah, I didn't look at it, but if I had to guess, it was somewhere between an hour 45 and 2.5 hours. Just a guess.
Certainly not a short drive. De La Torre will kick it off. It's a pooch kick, and it'll be fielded by number 11, Parker Ryan, one of four captains for McLeod. He's dropped. The ball was out, but it's recovered by McLeod, and they'll get the ball around the 30-yard line. We'll see Phoenix Lopez, the starting quarterback for McLeod. He's a sophomore, and he's a mobile quarterback. Like Jackson said, he's an athlete. He, on the year, however, has completed just over 51% of his passes, 8 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. He'll run it a little bit as well. He's got 437 rushing yards to his 751 passing yards. Comes in with 12 total touchdowns. In the backfield with Phoenix Lopez will be Leroy Thomas. In the first play of the game, there's some movement on the line, and it looks like Davion Miller will get charged with an offsides. So a free 5 yards for McLeod before the first play from scrimmage.
Dead ball. Offside. Defense. 5 yards.
That's a microphone I hear. That's a microphone I hear from that official down there.
You don't
that
see
gets
that
me
every
fired
day.
up. I think against Manford, me and Sam Harris tried to make a case for officials to have microphones during regular season games, and I'm not saying I was a cause of that, as McLoud's going to go deep. It's a floater by Lopez down the field, incomplete.
Yeah, that's just a great job there by Mansfield, getting his eyes back to find the ball and make a play on it.
Sabir Perry Jr. was the intended target. Kaysen Mansfield, like Jackson said, that was really good coverage right there. A not bad ball by Phoenix Lopez, just a little too much air on it. Brings up 2nd and 5 from the 33-yard line. To give up the middle to Leroy Thomas on 2nd and 5. He'll get a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down and short. So for McLoud, offensively, what's the key here?
Well, they got to get their quarterback out in space. You know, that's their bread and butter as a team. They want to revolve around him. That's their best athlete. 3rd and short here.
3rd and short, expect a quarterback run. You got Thomas in the backfield, one wide to the left, one wide to the right. Tight end set from the right side of the line. It's a low snap, fielded by Lopez. He's got to make something happen, and he is stopped short. The Horns sit on the run by Lopez. That looked like just a play that was broke down from the beginning. May have been a design run, but the low snap took Lopez off track, and
it looks like they're going to keep their offense out. 4th and short near midfield.
Ball is at the 42-yard line. The line to gain, it looks like, is the 43. Lopez in the shotgun position with Thomas behind him. It's a give up the middle. Thomas has the 1st down.
Lone Grove appears to be stacking the box here. You know, that I believe this free safety in the middle of the field is just going to mirror the quarterback from sideline to sideline, knowing that he's their best player.
I want to correct myself. That was Anthony Gilliam who was the running back for McLoud. Sabir Perry will check out. Checking in to receiver is Parker Ryan. And on the other side is Eli Nemechek, number 88, in a bunch formation, it looks like, with the running back line just in front of Phoenix Lopez. It's a give to Leroy Thomas. Actually, it's a fake, and it's a keeper by Lopez. There's a penalty flag late as there was no game.
Yeah, just a power read play there, faking sweep, and you're reading the defensive end there. If he stays with the back, the quarterback's going to take it inside and get what he can get.
See what the penalty flag is, and it looks like, you know, Jackson, you mentioned this is a stacked box for the Horns, but it looks like McLoud is not fearing that defensive line. They're running right at them. Certainly haven't ran it to the outside yet. There's a holding.
First down.
That gets me so fired up hearing the officials announce. Like, are you kidding me right now?
You don't see that every day in high school football.
That shouldn't get me as excited, but it does.
That's big time. That's a big time.
Replay 1st down and back up McLoud 10 yards, and now there's a 3 wide receiver set to the right for Phoenix Lopez. Could indicate a throw. It does. Lopez running outside, and now he'll take off. Lopez down the sideline across midfield, and he'll get tackled at the 49-yard line. Did I see another flag? I did, in the backfield, and it'll be against McLoud.
You see right there, that's what we mean when this quarterback gets in space. He can make plays. I know there's a hold right there, but
Offense, 10 yards from the previous spot, your 1st down.
When he gets in space, I know a lot of their passes roll out, so he has the option to run, and you'll probably see a lot of that tonight.
Looks like a big kid too in the backfield when he was running near side.
Yeah, he's a good-looking athlete.
3 flags on this first drive, 2 against McLoud, 1 against Lone Grove. The 1 flag against Lone Grove was on the first play of the game where it was an offsides against the Lone Grove defensive line. Hey, 1st and 20. Now we got a 1st and 30. 1st in Payne County for McLoud. It's another keeper to the outside. No, it's a pitch to Leroy Thomas. Breaks 1 tackle. Now trying to cut it back upfield, and he gets tackled. Gets swarmed near the 34-yard line. And he may get about 3 or 4 yards.
Mims overran it there to the outside, but he made a good play there because he turned it back inside to the defense, missing on the outside. Turns it back to the 10 guys scraping from the inside out.
Elijah Mims checks out. One of the many athletes on this Lone Grove team that can play both sides. I can think of another one, Keller Stanley, number 13 out there. Abel Shorter Kane Roberts lined up on the top of your screen. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right, 1 backfield, or 1 running back in the backfield behind Phoenix Lopez. It's another throw and another flag.
False start here on receiver.
Looks like it'll go against the receiver that's on the far side of the field.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards. Still second down.
Just getting a little too antsy there, Jackson, and probably to the case that McLoud looks like this is going to be a 2nd and 20. That's what the scoreboard says. I think it's more than 20, but just getting a little antsy right there, trying to make a lot of your penalty yardage back in one play. Lopez fires far side. It's caught by Nemechek. Nemechek gets forward past the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Yep, that was just a basic hitch concept across the board. All 3 receivers there ran a hitch. On 2nd and 30, you got to keep it in front as a secondary player. We can live with that. We can live with that right there. 3rd and long.
Ball marked at the 42-yard line. It's 3rd and 15. What it shows on the scoreboard here. This will be the 8th play of the drive for McLoud, nearly milking off 4 minutes of the clock. 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left, 1 man in motion. That's Nemechek. Heavy receiver set now to the right. Lopez will look right, looking to the sideline, and he will take off. Now he'll throw. It's over the head of his intended receiver. Good coverage down there. Scout Quinn was the defensive back, covering Sabir Perry, who they've tried to get to Perry, who's the leading receiver for this team, twice now, and they result in incompletions, and now you see the McLoud punt crew come onto the field, I should say.
The Redskins sending their punt team on the 43-yard line.
That was an eventful drive.
It was.
4 combined penalties, 3 on McLoud. They ran 8 plays, got a total net of 5 yards on that play. The ball started at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, they ran off 4 minutes there on that drive.
An exact 4 minutes. 2 Long Grove players are back to return the punt. It's Scout Quinn and Kane Roberts. It will be Roberts, and he has some blockers as he catches it around the 25-yard line, breaking a couple tackles, getting across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that's where the Longhorns will take over for their first drive of the game.
Expect to see a lot of Kane Roberts tonight. He runs really hard. He does a good job getting the Longhorns ahead of the chains. And he always falls forward. If you watch, he's a guy that always falls forward. He's not going to get you in a hole. He's going to go get positive yardage.
Long Grove is led by number 3, Tatum Quinn, who makes his 19th career start at quarterback for the Long Grove Longhorns. Manned the team last year when they went 2-8, and he has been a part of the turnaround as well, as this team is 4-4 heading into tonight. They can improve to 4-2 in district play. They're 3-2 right now. It's the first play of the game. It'll be a design run. Quinn looking to run right. Now he cuts it upfield, and he's got blockers down the sideline. Near side, Tatum Quinn is escorted out of bounds by Sabir Perry. That's well inside McLoud territory and into the DIB Chiropractic and Wellness red zone.
Yep, Tatum did a great job there attacking his read. And he saw the defensive end went with the back, so he cut it up. And there was a cutback lane there, and he got, 40 yards? 40 yards right there?
40 yards.
Yep.
Ball is at the 17-yard line. First play of the game, we get an explosive run from the quarterback. First down and 10 from the 17. Quinn, it is a give up the middle to Roberts. Charges forward and gets a couple yards.
Number 1, Roberts with a carry.
Roberts taking over. Of course, Chase Warden was the running back 1 to start the year for Long Grove. He got injured in the first couple of possessions against Anadarko, and Roberts since then has flourished with the running back 1 title. You'll see Luke Stinson a little bit. You'll see Keller Stanley, especially when you get in that train package, as Sam likes to call it, or I like to call it jumbo package. There's another penalty flag.
Yep, just a freeze call right there, seeing to get them off sides. It's going to give us a 1st and 5.
Depth foul, offside, defense, 5 yards.
Second down.
After the penalty, the ball
Instead of
located
2nd
at
and
the
5,
Redskins
it's
9,
second and yard. Second and a yard and a half, you should say.
10 seconds remaining in the
2
first.
wide out to the right, 1 wide to the left. Tight end is in. That's Maddox Eidelman. It's a give to Roberts, who follows his blockers, and he gets into the end zone. 12-yard touchdown for Kane Roberts, and on 3 plays, the Long Grove Longhorns go 58 yards and score. Draw first blood.
That offensive line right there moving people off the ball. You see a lot of black jerseys moving backwards, and Kane did a great job getting behind his 2 pullers and getting into the end zone right there.
It's De La Torre for the extra point. To give Long Grove an early 6-0 lead, or 7-0 lead. Mims is the holder. The kick is up, and it's good.
Your kick from number 26.
Exactly what you want right there on an opening drive.
7-0 is your score. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and be back. Longhorns up 7-0. You're watching Long Grove football on KICM.
You don't see big banks doing what 1NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living in a small community. I'm going to choose a small bank with people that care about the same community that I care about. First National Bank is my community bank.
On a Halloween night here in McLoud, Oklahoma, Long Grove and McLoud. Longhorns 4-4, trying to build momentum. Winning 2 in a row coming in tonight, they can win 3 consecutive games, and it would be the first time since 2023 they have done that, and it would be the first time that they'd be over 500 since that same year.
Number 4, Leroy Thomas.
Leroy Thomas on the return gets tackled around the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Zane Hill there on the tackle on special teams. That's a freshman. He plays quarterback for his freshman team, and he's a pretty good athlete. He's got a bright future here.
McLoud led by Colin Watford, who is a first-year head coach here at McLoud. It's its 9th career game, still looking for that first win. He was a graduate of Prague High School, attended Southwestern Oklahoma State University, where he was a quarterback for the team for a couple of years, and he began his coaching stint at a place Long Grove is familiar with, Anadarko. He spent 5 years there as the offensive coordinator. Lopez is absolutely walloped by Kaysen Mansfield. A spooky play there. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10.
That's how you put a foot in the ground as a DB and break on an out route. That receiver didn't even have a chance to turn around because we broke on that ball.
A little bit of heat in the kitchen. 6:50 to play, 2nd down and 10. Intended target was Parker Ryan. Ryan steps out, trips formation to the right. Lopez will run to the left, and he's tackled immediately, brought down. Good outside containment by the Horns. Brings up 3rd and long. .6:33 to play in the first quarter. That are brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service. Another 3 receivers set to the right. Running back to the right of Phoenix Lopez as well. Lopez will look to throw, but he's pressured, has to get rid of it, throws it in no man's land, and it's incomplete. The closest player to that throw was for Long Grove. He was able shorter. The intended target was Nemechek, and 2 straight possessions of 3 and outs. This time it only took McLoud 3 plays.
Yeah, when they get in that shotgun set there, you can see that the running back is lined up in front of the quarterback there. That's kind of tipping their hand. You know that it's either going to be quarterback run or just a straight pass block.
Once again, 2 returners back for the Horns with the punt. Phoenix Lopez is the punter as well for McLoud. Scout Quinn and Kane Roberts back deep to receive. See if the Horns bring pressure here. They do not. Line drive punt. Actually splits through both defenders. Quinn has to pick it up, makes one man miss, and has blockers cutting it back upfield, now running to the right side.
That's in the house.
Scout Quinn open field. If he gets another blocker and beats a man, he's got it to the house, but he's brought down and ushered out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
With a 27-yard return by number
27-yard return for Scout Quinn. I think that was a little bit more than 27 yards.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Longhorns.
Nice job making a couple guys miss, but knowing when to stick your foot in the ground and get north and south.
Always want to stick your best athletes out on punt return. I'm trying to think, your senior year in 2023, who was returning punts? Maybe Demarion Jackson?
Yeah, I believe so.
Does that sound right? Maybe so, yeah. Incredible athlete. One of the many weapons you had at your disposal. I can think of Brody Harris.
Yeah, Demarion was a special cat.
Two pretty good receivers to have at quarterback, right, Jackson?
Oh, yeah. Made things a lot easier than some quarterbacks have it.
5:58 to play in the first quarter. The ball is at the dead set 30-yard line of McLoud. Best field position the Horns have had so far tonight. Quinn takes a snap. He'll pitch it out to Roberts on the outside. Running near side, has blockers, and he has close to another first down. Tackled right at the 19-yard line, or 21-yard line, I should say.
Going right back to that speed option play. Tatum does a great job attacking his read key, making the correct read and pitching it there.
Horns had a run on the first play of the game. It was a Tatum Quinn around a 41-yard run, but he took it to the outside and cut it back inside. So what the Horns are doing right now, making adjustments, knowing that the run game is working. Now they have a tight formation. Quinn will look to throw. Has plenty of time. There's a flag down. He finds Elijah Mims. He's open. Mims will jump into the end zone for a touchdown. Once again, there is a flag down, and the early indication is a hold. So negate that play. It was a nice play in the moment, but it's going to get negated, and Quinn had a bunch of time in the pocket, and there might have been a reason why.
Holding, offense, 10 yards from the previous spot, still first down.
Long Grove Tag Agency starting lineups for the Long Grove Longhorns offensively on the offensive line. They get Justin Bradshaw back, who was in and out the last two games at the right guard position. Manning that right side with him is Austin Rowe, number 74, number 55, Brandon Heckettthorne, the center. Left guard, Davian Miller. Left tackle, Briar Atkinson. And at the receiver position, you watched Elijah Mims make the catch in the touchdown. Unfortunately, it didn't count. Noah Farrell out there as well. On the left side, it's Keller Stanley. And in the backfield, Tatum Quinn and Kane Roberts, who scored the first touchdown for the Horns from 12 yards out on the first drive. There's Quinn, who gets walloped right in the backfield. He was met by number 72, Jabari Edwards.
Number 72, he did a great job there locking his opponent out, locking him out, pushing him to a side, and stepping in to make that play right there. That's a big boy.
Brings up second down. That is a, oh boy, big anchor right there. It's frightening. So far, the Horns have done a nice job as far as pass protecting. McLoud brings another blitz, going deep for Stanley. Oh, it was right in the hands of Stanley.
That ball's got to be caught.
I got ahead of myself because that was a great throw by Quinn, just unable to make the catch as Stanley.
That ball's got to be caught there by Stanley. That ball's put on the money. That's 6 points.
Instead of a touchdown, which Stanley had a step on the defensive back, Anthony Gilliam, it'll be 3rd and 20. Another tight formation, but we've seen the Horns throw out of this formation. They'll do that once again. Quinn looking over the middle of the field. He'll fire. He finds Stanley, who makes the grab, does not get to the first down marker. He really didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 8 yards. Brings up 4th down, and interesting scenario here for Curtis Cole and his squad. Looks like the offense will stay out on the field. This is kind of a no man's land spot. You do have Urel De La Torre, who has a leg, but from here,
it's a little out of his range.
Yeah, a little out of his range. Ball is at the 22-yard line. Quinn throwing over the middle. Eidelman was wide open, and he split the Red Sea for the touchdown. 13-0 Horns.
That's just the H-back right there, the fullback slipping out, going right up the seam. There was not a safety in sight there. Still a great job by Quinn to put the ball on him. Sometimes those wide open ones can be more difficult than they look, but not a problem there for Quinn.
Quinn with a nice throw, and he just lofted it over the middle to his big tight end, Eidelman, who has come through so far this season. Once he got into district play, Eidelman finding more time and playing the tight end position. I got to say, I'd never played quarterback. You obviously did. How important is it to have a big tight end over the middle of the field that you can just rely on, especially when you're feeling pressure right there?
Well, it's a huge deal. Definitely when you get down in the red zone like this, you know, a big body, space closes down, that tight end gets bigger. That tight end gets bigger. I had a good one with Stetson Bradshaw. But
never dropped the pass in his high school career.
Yeah, never dropped the pass. Stetson Bradshaw, shout out. But when you have a tight end down in the red zone, definitely a big one that has a size advantage, they can go post somebody up. It's no different than playing basketball. Go post somebody up and put the ball to the hand. That's all it is.
It's like what you used to tell me to do.
Yeah, right? Go post up,
post
Andy.
up, get a little mouse in the house action.
Oh, yeah.
22-yard receiving touchdown. $14-0 is the score. 4:13 left in the first quarter. Long Grove so far perfect on their first two offensive drives. A 12-yard touchdown or 12-yard rushing touchdown by Kane Roberts to open up the scoring. And, well, they only needed to go 30 yards. They certainly made it difficult with a couple of penalties on that drive. And on a 4th down and 12, they connect on a 22-yard receiving touchdown. Tatum Quinn to Maddox Eidelman. High kick, fielded, juggled a little bit. That looks like it's Leroy Thomas who was on the return. It was, and he gets a couple of yards. McLoud so far struggling on offense. Not that they haven't moved the ball. I mean, you know, they've had some plays. They've had some deep shots down the field and you know, some runs that have gone for some, you know, not huge yardage, but some respectable runs. But it's really been the penalties so far that has killed this offense. 4 penalties already in the first quarter to 2 by the Horns.
Yeah, you can't get behind the chains. I mean, that's the name of the game. You got to win first down, get yourself ahead of the chains.
Start at the 27-yard line. 14 total offensive yards for McLoud so far in this game. That's a nice run on 1st down and 10.
And that opens up the playbook tremendously there. When you can get a 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to take a shot or keep it on the ground and go get the first down. But
Leroy Thomas runs for 8 yards on 1st down and 10. 3:50 left in the first quarter. Once again, brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a shot down the field here.
Certainly did that on the first drive of the game. They like to go to Sabir Perry, who's the leading receiver for McLoud. He's covered by Kason Mansfield at the bottom of your screen. On 2nd down and 2, it's Lopez who will throw. Looking downfield, escaping pressure, and he'll throw it away. And Lopez was still in the tackle box. That might be the only case he has for no intentional grounding, unless the officials think otherwise. Had a quick conversation, and it'll be 3rd down and 2.
I will say this: he did a good job there of getting that ball back to the line of scrimmage. Because if that ball doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage,
right.
that's
another great point. Yeah, no, you're exactly right.
Throwing off of his back foot, rolling out. That's an impressive play to get that ball back to the line of scrimmage.
Davion Miller was one of the main defensive linemen for the Horns that was able to get to Lopez before he threw it away. 3rd down and 2, 3:25 left, 3 wide receivers set to the right. In the slot position is Nemechek. In the backfield is Thomas. He'll throw on a slant, and it's incomplete. Braxton Armstrong, it looks like Nemechek had it in his hands, and Armstrong just swarmed the ball and actually knocked it out. That was a great play.
Great defensive play there without committing a pass interference. I mean, he came in over the top, swiped the ball down. When you can get your hand in between the receiver's hands and pull down on the ball, that's a textbook way of how to play that ball right there.
4th down and 2, McLoud will keep their offense out on the field. Why not? On 2nd down and 2, it's 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard run. They've ran 2 pass plays since, and now they're 4th and 2. They run 3 pass plays. That's Lopez looking to run near side, trying to direct traffic, being pressured. He throws it over the middle of the field, and it's caught. Parker Ryan makes the grab. That's just enough yardage, but hold on, there's a flag. And there might have been a hold when Lopez was rolling out, trying to direct traffic. make sure that's the flag. We don't want to assume. Yep.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat fourth down.
Punt team trots on here.
Nathan Dobbs wearing the number 5 might have been the Longhorn that was held.
And we're lucky we got that holding call there because that was a great play throwing back across the field, which you're coached not to do, but I mean, he has the talent to do it, and he made a great throw there. Unfortunate to have a holding call.
Third punt of the night already for McLoud, 3:02 as the clock continues to run. Now under 3 minutes in the first quarter. Lopez, a line drive punt. Should take a good McLoud bounce. It does. Quinn fields it. He's got plenty of room. Now trying to run it to the near side. Gets blockers from Roberts, who was the other returner back there. Breaking one tackle from Nemechek. Stutter step. Knocked out of bounds just past midfield at the 46-yard line. And maybe a late hit out of bounds as Quinn was already knocked out of bounds, but no flag.
Yeah, that's a good return there by Quinn, but when your play is up, you got to know when to get out of bounds and know when your hand is dealt there. You got to get out of bounds there and save yourself from taking a shot.
Horns for the second time tonight take over at the 45-yard line inside McLoud territory. Last scoring drive on the 22-yard receiving touchdown from Quinn to Eidelman. They set up at the 30. This is at the 45. McLeod certainly not doing themselves any favors, not getting anything together on offense. And the Horns so far have been really good on special teams like they were last week against Perkins Tryon. In motion is Mims. It's a fumbled snap. Quinn has to hop on it. He does, and he's met immediately. Sacked in the backfield. Brody Smith in the backfield. That knocks Long Grove out of McLoud territory, and it's a big loss.
It'll be a loss of 6.
Yeah, just a botched snap there. Rolled it back to him. And behind the chains here, this is not a spot you want to be in. Safe to say they lost first down there.
Probably the first play that's gone for negative yardage for the Long Grove offense. It was a 6-yard sack. Second down and 16. 2 wide receivers set to the right, 1 wide to the left. Roberts still in the backfield. It's a screen pass set up for Shorter. He's got blockers. A great block downfield. He's got a convoy. 49 yards, 51 yards. Check that. Abel Shorter finds the end zone. Second passing touchdown for Quinn. And after the 6-yard sack, the Horns answer with ease. 20-0.
For a 50-yard run for a Longhorn touchdown.
Yeah, just a basic slip screen there. The offensive line let them slip by.
Briar Atkinson made that first block. Miller was down the field. Really got to give the offensive line credit there, Jackson.
Yep. I mean, and they had the numbers advantage there. I believe we put the fullback on the other side of the field there, which took the linebackers over that direction. So when they released, they just had a corner to come release to and block. So it was 4 versus 1 there on the screen pass.
Great analysis and a great kick from De La Torre. He's been so good all year long. He makes me think of Jackson Lee. And, of course, you know Jackson Lee, former kicker. De La Torre's putting Jackson Lee in some uncomfortable conversations here about who's the best kicker that the Horns have had over the past 5-6 years maybe.
That's not even close.
You don't think so?
That's Jackson Lee's award right there.
Okay.
Jackson Lee.
De La Torre is a nice weapon to have, especially on
he
those extra points.
Don't get me wrong, but I've seen Jackson Lee kick a field goal from that 50-yard line right there in practice. I mean,
all right.
He's Jay Lee's a talented dude.
Made a kick against that in 2021. I'm trying to go back. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
2021 when you guys beat Plainview. I believe that might have been your freshman year.
Yeah, I believe it was my freshman year. Game winner in the 5-mile field. That's Jay Lee's got that.
It doesn't get much better than that, huh? Sloppy weather, rain, wind, cold game, old-fashioned football.
You can say a lot of things about Jackson Lee, but you can't say he isn't clutch. That was one of the biggest plays there in Long Grove history, you could argue.
60 degrees tonight, and when God invented football, this was the weather he wanted football to be played in. 60 degrees, as I've mentioned, Halloween night. I was kind of worried about being on top of the press box. This is a line drive kick. It actually hit off the feet of Thomas. This is Sabir Perry on the return, gets drugged forward to the 35-yard line.
He'll return the football.
Yeah, we like to do that pooch kick down the right sideline, and when we kick it to the middle of the field, we don't have as many people pursuing the football. Still a good job there by the kickoff team to rally and make a tackle there.
Fourth drive for McLoud. They start at the 36-yard line. Their best field position so far tonight. Let's see if they can do something with it. Lopez with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right. He looks to the left. It's caught. Parker Ryan high points the catch and makes it's tackled around the 42-yard line.
Just hitches across the board there. Good job by the quarterback putting it in the numbers of his inside receiver over there, and that's going to set up a 2nd down and 3, a long 3. So ahead of the chains here for McLoud.
Second time we've seen so far tonight McLoud get reasonable yardage on 1st down and 10. Of course, they got 8 yards on a run, but they didn't gain another yard for the rest of the drive. You get 7 right here. See if you can do something with it. You may like to see McLoud maybe run it here and try to just get a 1st down. The defensive line for Long Grove, however, has been merciless tonight so far.
In this situation, you just want to go move the chains.
They'll throw down the field for Perry, covered by Mansfield, right through the hands. Flag down, however. And I believe Cason Mansfield might have gotten a little handsy.
Not much of a tug there, but, I mean, it is what it is.
If it stands, and it is a defensive holding on Mansfield, that'll just be the 3rd flag on Long Grove so far. But the officials are going to talk here.
I just really don't think there's much there on this one.
Minimal contact, maybe?
Minimal contact, but that contact was right in front of the official, and that plays a factor in these things. Right in front of the official.
Holding on the offense.
Hey, what the hell? That goes the other way.
Holding on the offense, and some disagreement. I believe that's the McLoud holding defense. I don't know what's going on here. The umpire initially signaled holding, but was turning towards the McLoud side. But the call on the microphone was holding on the defense.
After the penalty, it'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Red
Discombobulated moment there, really. So, yeah, that's the 3rd penalty for Long Grove, and we're back to action. Okay, all right.
1st and 10.
Yeah, 1st and 10. Lopez going to throw again. They've done a lot of that tonight. Incomplete.
Another flag.
Nice play by Quinn to break up the pass. It was intended for Parker Ryan, but there's a flag in the backfield, and this might be I'd say a hold on McLoud. And it is.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. 3rd down.
Can I mention that I love these microphones on these officials?
I think you mentioned it a couple times. I believe.
No, it just adds to the. It helps me out. It certainly sounds good on the broadcast. I haven't,
Yeah, there's no confusion.
No confusion either. Yeah, of course. Yep. Hoping we see that maybe when we get back home, for a potential playoff game if that happens.
Just a read option play there. It looked like the quarterback tried to pull it there, but the running back, he clinched it. But that was a pull read. If he was reading that there, that would have been a pull read. Our defensive end crashed in.
Looks like Stinson was in the backfield.
Yeah, that was Luke Stinson.
Sam Harris calls him the Swiss Army knife of this team. Plays.
He can do it all.
Doesn't get in much on offense, but in goal line situations or short yardage situations, you can find Stinson in the backfield along with Stanley. 2nd and 20, 3 seconds left in the 1st quarter. This will likely be the final play. It's Lopez running up the middle, and the Horns sit on the run. Give credit to Dobbs, get credit to Stanley, and also Stinson again.
And Dobbs may not have made the tackle on that play, but he made the play by staying to the outside shoulder of that rollout blocker, that running back pass protecting. He turned it back to the defense and let them rally to the ball.
Well, 21 points scored by the Long Grove Longhorns in that first quarter. They were the only ones to score. They find themselves up 21. It's the second quarter on Long Grove Longhorn Network after these words.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore.
$21-0 to begin the second quarters this year that are brought to you by Dave's Trailer Repair. We switch sides of the field. McLoud working from right to left. After they were held scoreless in the first half, only 2 first downs.
We're headed north
in that
now.
First quarter, absolutely. On 3rd and 20, Lopez throws near side. It's caught by Leroy Thomas out of the backfield. But Thomas, once again, I don't think got back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe 2 yards short. He'll make it 4th down and 12.
I want to say something there about Keller Stanley. That was an out route there, a 5-yard out, just a quick out to the sideline, and that receiver was going to run out of bounds. But Keller Stanley did not let him run out of bounds without taking a hit first. And there's something to be said about that.
So 4th and 15. McLoud stays on the field, kind of in no man's land here. They're going to have to get all the 15 yards. Lopez with a clean pocket, looking down the field. He's met. Brandon Heckathorn sacked in the backfield. He had a clean pocket until it wasn't.
Just a
turnover on downs.
Just a straight rush there. Bigger, faster, stronger than this left tackle. Went straight around, right into the back of that quarterback, and that's just a great job there by the senior.
Going to Air Force to play football, and when you talk to opposing broadcast crews and coaching staffs, they always note about number 55. They're always like, that dude's a problem. Where's he going to play football? And you got to tell them. Of course, you were in the early stages of the Brandon Heckathorn era here at Long Grove, and even as a freshman, he had the look of a football player. It was just all about getting the physicality and getting the experience, and he certainly has that. Quinn going deep. That is a flag. Yep. Assumed it would. Mims tried to get open, but he had a tug of the jersey on Sabir Perry was in coverage.
Yeah, just a blatant pass interference there.
Pass interference or hold. Yeah, so holding 10 yards.
10 yards results in a first down.
Yep. Horns started this drive at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 3 wide receivers set to the left, 1 wide to the right. Kane Roberts still in the backfield to the left, hip to Tatum Quinn. 11:41 in this second quarter. Horns looking to add on to their already 21-point lead. It's a quick pass to the outside to Kane Roberts, and in the backfield making the play is Phoenix Lopez.
Item one there.
Loss of a couple yards.
That'll bring him second.
The importance of a receiver going out and blocking in open space seems to be a lost art in modern-day football. I know I'm not very old, but receivers.
Late flag.
Blocking by receivers is an underrated skill.
It's a late flag. Long Grove doesn't know it. They do not know that there was a flag thrown.
Dead ball, sideline warning on the home team.
Sideline warning to the McLoud Redskins, who are on the nearest side of us. Of course, we're on top of the press box here. Of course, that doesn't negate any yards, I don't think. Colin Watford, the head coach, is right in the ear of the official that is on that sideline, and now he's talking to the umpire, and I believe we had a timeout on the field. Great shot by Ryder Troop, who's running camera tonight. We're going to take a break and be back. 21-0 in the second quarter from McLoud.
Hunter SuperTex has been here since 2006 and will be here to provide you excellent service for your home service needs. Who said you need to sweat over getting a new HVAC system with our special financing options fitting every budget? Oh, and did we mention you won't need to leave your comfy spot? Stay right there on your couch. Free estimates and financing, all from your sofa. Hunter SuperTex, making home comfort a breeze. Go visit huntersupertex.com and schedule online today.
Back here inside McLoud, Oklahoma. My first time in McLoud. First time for you, Jackson?
Yeah, this is my first time here in McLoud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good. It was a pretty unique campus, the way everything was laid out. Of course, I drove around the baseball stadium, which is standing right behind us. I made a circle around the baseball stadium about 3 times before I found the football facility here.
Yeah, it kind of sets down in a hole a little bit.
Really can't see it. Yeah. 9 flags on McLoud in this first half to Lone Grove's 4. Ball's at the 35-yard line, 2nd and 15. For Tatum Quinn. Gets the snap. It's a trick play. Pitch. Mims pitched it right back to Quinn. Wide open down the sideline. It's caught. That's Eidelman. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete pass.
Was intended for number 4, Eidelman.
It was a great play design, but Eidelman either dropped it or maybe stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Did he drop the ball?
I believe he dropped it. Yeah, you talk about the play design there.
Yeah.
That was pretty crafty there. We motioned that receiver in, and when we do that, the corner has to switch, and his man now is the fullback. And that's sometimes a tough transition. He didn't see him. Eidelman slipped out there and was wide open. He just dropped the pass, I guess.
Sort of have to max protect on those trick plays, right? Because a lot of those plays, they have to take time to develop. You don't want a trick play to take like 10 seconds to develop because then that gets you in a – see, this is a interesting development here in McLoud. The officials are meeting – of course, there's no replay system. But the officials are meeting at the 10-yard line right where Eidelman made the catch. And I don't know if there's a second opinion from another official that saw an angle. I really didn't see the ball.
I didn't see him.
I saw it in the air. I saw it in the air. And – Eidelman started running with the ball, which indicated to me that he made the catch. Now, is there an argument of did he make the process of the catch? Did he lose it when he went to the ground? Let's see what the call is here.
I would not be surprised.
I love these microphones. I love these microphones here. Maybe we can get an announcement here. Let's see. Oh, no announcement, just an incomplete pass. And it was took a conversation between three officials.
I would have liked to get a after review.
Yeah, right.
Incomplete pass, but we didn't get that.
We don't really get a review, but you could say after further discussion, the call on the field stands. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 15. 11:03 left. Only 57 seconds have came off the clock in the second quarter, and I've aged about 2 years. Quinn down the field, going deep. Noah Farrell to the end zone. Incomplete.
See, to me, that is pass interference. The guy never gets his eyes around to play the ball.
Nemechek was in coverage. Might have an argument there, but there was no flag thrown. It's 4th and 15. Go ahead.
Out of all the pass interference calls today, I feel like that was the closest resemblance to a pass interference. I mean, he never got his eyes around to play that ball and just cleared our receiver out.
So 4th and 15, kind of the same situation McLoud is on their last offensive drive. Horns have a 4th and long. Quinn once again looking to go down the field. He's got to escape pressure. Throwing. He finds Mims. It's caught. And it'll all depend on forward progress. He caught it right at the 20-yard line, which was the line to gain. And this is going to be interesting.
The spot has him
short. It depends on the spot.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a measurement here, but it appeared that Mims was short of the first down marker there.
He may have been a yard short.
Yeah.
It's 1st down the other way.
Could be a turnover on downs or a 1st down the other way. That's another way to call it.
They're about a yard short.
Turnover on downs. He got 14 yards out of that throw and catch. It was a good effort, but unfortunately, the Horns come up empty for the first time tonight, and it took their 4th drive to do so.
That was a well-defended play there. We tried to run the switch concept here to the near sideline, and they just stuck to their man. Didn't seem to cause any confusion to the secondary, and they just carried it out and covered it up well.
McLoud defense takes a stand for the first time tonight, and they do not let the Horns find the end zone. It's still 21-0, but McLoud offense has the football for now the 5th time in this first half. They'll take over at the 21-yard line.
You see how the running back is lined up in front of the quarterback. That takes him out of the play when it comes to being a threat to run the ball.
It's a great point, and Lopez will go ahead and take off, has blockers ahead, and another nice gain on first down for McLoud. That'll be about maybe 6 or 7 yards.
Once again, McLoud sets himself up
7 yards.
2nd and short.
Clock continuing to run, they'll give him 7. Last 3 first down plays for McLoud, 8 yards, 7 yards, 7 yards. So you got first down,
It's that 2nd and 3rd right now that seems to be trouble.
So a lot of teams find themselves in trouble on first down and 10, not getting reasonable gains. Certainly hasn't been the case for McLoud, as there is motion on the outside. Longhorns ready like a buck. Ball's on the ground. Turnover. Horns defense has it.
Stanley recovers that one there. And that was just a blown-up play from the start. Looked like somebody just came scotch-free through that offensive line and hit him before he could complete the transfer of that pitch. That could be ruled as an incomplete pass.
That's a great point. Yeah. That's exactly right. Because it was a pitch forward, and when you pitch it forward, that's called as a pass, and it looks like it was Sabir Perry.
Then it just comes down to if he secured it or not.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know. That one, it was just a bang play. It's hard to tell.
That's a good point. I think we should keep you on as like our Gene Steratore.
Explain to me what that means.
Gene Steratore, he's the rules official, rules analyst for CBS. If you watch Jim Nantz and Tony Romo, they always go to Gene. Dean Blandino's another one.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of the guy from Fox. He retired. Mike Piera was a guy like that.
Yes.
A lot of guys up here who put on the headset and they called a game, they don't notice that. I didn't notice that. So, once again, adding on to a great night from Jackson McClanahan.
I'd like to take credit for that, but, I just heard the guy to my right rapping about it, and I was like, hey,
he's been on
he's got a good
tonight.
point. He's got a good point.
You get him on for halftime?
Yeah.
Halftime interview?
I don't know if he wants a halftime interview.
I don't think so. I'd get my head chopped off. He'd Michael Myers me, probably. Guy's not very happy.
Yeah. Not a happy camper.
McLoud's converted, or they've had 9 penalties called against them. A lot of those angry reactions up here are because of those penalties, and I think he's got a case here with the with your incomplete pass method here. Either way, it's Longhorn football. Taking over at the 20-yard line. Go ahead. Man in motion, it's Eidelman, moving from left to right. To the right of Quinn is Roberts. Low snap once again. Quinn evades the sack. Now trying to make something happen. Pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Down the sideline. First down and 10. Quinn to the end zone. Houdini's finest act.
Wow.
From 20 yards out. A touchdown when it was a clear sack from 2 McLoud defenders that got in the backfield. Couldn't finish the job. And with a runner like Quinn, being an athlete, you got to get him down.
That right there is just a dude being a dude and going and playing the game of football and being an athlete. That was a busted play from the snap because of the snap, and Quinn being faster, and that's just a dude being a dude.
Quinn's 3rd total touchdown tonight. De La Torre is now 4 for 4 on extra points, and it's 28-0. The beat goes on in McLoud. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore.
Layaway today at Jerry's Gun Shop in Ardmore. It's never too early to start working on your holiday gift shopping. Layaway today and beat the holiday rush. 10% down will hold your layaway items until Christmas Eve. Shop early and shop local with Jerry's Gun Shop. The gun shop in southern Oklahoma is Jerry's Gun Shop on Grand Avenue in Ardmore.
"20-yard fumble Ruski, break 2 tackles, run it down the sideline, and just 3, like you said, just 3 being 3, making a play. You know, reminds me of a number 12 that used to play quarterback here at Lone Grove maybe a few years ago. Off of the kick, it is Leroy Thomas. Ball's out, and that's another fumble. It's picked up by the Horns. Offense, put your helmets back on. You're back on.
Fortunate there. I mean, we had a couple of guys there on the kickoff team that just completely ran by the returner, and we were just fortunate enough that that guy ran into his own blocker and coughed the ball up. Still props, though. We fell on the ball and set the offense up with good field position once again.
Second turnover on McLoud. Second fumble, too. Probably in 2 consecutive plays. Offensively, had a fumble, and then on the special teams return, had one. Drive number 6 for the Horns. They've been denied 1 time, and it was on a turnover on downs.
Yeah, we got behind the chains down here in the red zone. Didn't convert.
Starting from the 35-yard line of McLoud. Premium real estate so far for the Horns tonight in this first half. Roberts running out wide. Quinn looking towards him, has plenty of time, throws over the middle, looking for Mims. He makes the catch inside the 10. First down and goal for the Horns.
When you look at that play on film, that's good coverage. I mean, that defender is glued to his man, but the ball's put in a position where Mims can go be an athlete and make that play. That's just an athlete being an athlete. Good ball by Quinn, putting it above so Mims can go be an athlete.
21-yard pitch and catch. The ball's at the 9. Jumbo package. First time we've seen it tonight. It's Stinson with a carry. Gets across near to the 5. Parker Ryan making the tackle for McLoud.
Gain of about 3. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal from the 6.
You got to love to see the wishbone every once in a while.
Well, I was going to ask you about this package that we see. What do you think about it?
I like it.
Certainly
I mean, although it's
sometimes.
not a traditional wishbone, we're not running option out of it. But
it was a fumbled on a snap. Oh, no, it might be. That. If McLoud got on that ball, they did. It looks like on the exchange from Quinn, he was either going to go to it looks like he was going to go to Stanley, but the ball might have clipped Bradshaw as he was going to block.
Yep.
So the offense, that's a drive that is stalled due to a turnover for the Horns, their first of the night. Third turnover that's resulted in a fumble for both teams.
And we've got a 28-point lead here. And the 2 things that you cannot do for the rest of this ball game, if you want to keep that lead, is turn the ball over, and you can't give up the big play on defense.
Lopez on 1st and 10 from the 10 on a quarterback design run. Keeps it himself, gets across the 5, maybe 6 yards. Got across the 15, maybe for 6. 8:10 left as the clock continues to run. Ryder Troop running camera once again. Jackson McClanahan, he's our emergency color analyst tonight. Sam Harris down and out under the weather.
Oh, Sam.
And we like to thank Jackson for stepping in. He's doing a fantastic job with us.
I appreciate that.
2 wide receivers set to the left. Lopez will throw, and now he'll step up. He's got room. He's got a first down, or right close to it. Could have extended the ball across the 20 to get that yardage.
Great job by Stinson there.
First down and 10.
Hanging on to that ankle, because if he would have missed that tackle, that could have been to the races.
Yep, got more yardage. Lopez, as we mentioned, he's a big guy. And he's a big runner, too.
Just a sophomore here, it says.
Yep. 5 seniors on the McLoud roster, and then as we mentioned in the opening, majority of this roster is filled with freshman, sophomore, junior. Hand off to the outside. It was a give to Leroy Thomas. Making the tackle, it looked like, was Braxton Armstrong.
Once again, the first player to the ball is missing on the outside shoulder. If you're not going to make that tackle, that's where you have to miss to turn that ball back into the inside where all of your defenders are scraping from. We've done a great job of doing that consistently in this ball game against an offense that likes to hit the outside.
7:04 as the clock continues to run. 2nd down and 10. No gain on the 1st down and 10 run. McLoud with 3 first downs in this game so far. Lopez throwing. Throw to the outside. It is caught by Leroy Thomas. Takes a hit by Luke Stinson. Will get 5 yards.
Yep. Stinson laid a hit on him there.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Correction, 3rd and 5.
28-0. Horns with a win. As we mentioned, they'll improve their overall record to 5-4, and it'll be the first time over 500 since August 25th of 2023. More importantly, they'll improve their district record to 4-2 and continuing to control their own destiny as we head to the season finale next week at Bristow.
That's right where you want to be.
Good song by Gary Allen. 3rd down and 5. Lopez sacked in the backfield. That was a throw, it looked like, but nobody got open, and there's flags thrown in unison.
That's a late flag. Probably going to be some sort of unsportsmanlike.
Penalty markers down.
Haven't had a flag in a while. It's against the Longhorns.
Let's hear that microphone.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hear it. If we ever will.
Come on, man.
Maybe not. 5:57. Those are some of the flags that Lone Grove escaped from. They've so far escaped from this year. Of course, you had a few unsportsmanlike conduct penalties that have hurt the Horns in the past. I can think of the Seminole game where they had a few down the stretch that hurt them, and against Plainview as well. But you can't clean up the penalties in general, but you can clean up the stupid penalties.
Defense, 15-yard penalty, result for the 1st down.
Ball's moved up to the 41-yard line, so instead of 4th down and getting the ball right back, the Horns get an unsportsmanlike penalty, and McLoud keeps the drive going. With the ball, like I mentioned, at the 41-yard line. Bunch set with 1 receiver to the left.
That's just self-inflicted.
Design run. Lopez gets near the 45, actually gets knocked forward to the 45 for 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. 5th penalty on the Horns on that unsportsmanlike penalty. That's 5 penalties from Long Grove to 9 for McLoud. 5th play of the drive coming up on 2nd down. McLoud standing around, well, I give them credit because there's 22 seconds on the play clock. 27 seconds. 2nd and 6. Another run up the middle. Nice run. Leroy Thomas gets the 1st down.
Number 4, Leroy Thomas has the
and for the first time tonight, McLoud is inside Long Grove territory.
Yep. When you don't get hands-on as a defensive lineman, you allow those offensive linemen to free release to your linebackers, and when that happens, you have nobody to fill those inside runs, and that's what happened there.
Tight press man coverage down there by Mansfield guarding Nemechek. Doesn't matter. It's a run up the middle, and the Horns once again getting good outside containment. And if you make that tackle, if you don't make that tackle, Thomas has a chance to bounce to the outside where he had room. But a nice job finishing the job by the defense.
Yep, just getting hats to the ball there. You want 11 black helmets running to the ball carrier each and every down.
A herd of Longhorns, as we'd say. Or for OSU's case, it'd be a posse of Cowboys.
Not much of that this year.
Not much of that. Well, no, if they can find bodies. We're going to start playing a bunch of true freshmen here in a minute, or actually here this week, because, you know, we're winding down into the college football season. Red shirts, you know, you get the 4-game limitation for red shirts.
Yeah.
Why not go ahead and fire a bunch of those kids out there?
I know. You know, I saw something earlier today, and it said that they're going to start the Bedlam rivalry back over, but it's going to be Bixby versus Oklahoma State.
Oh, my goodness, the Spartans. I think if they lined up tomorrow, Bixby would be about a 12.5-point favorite, which take that with what you want if you're a bettor. Low snap, it's actually recovered by Thomas, who is the backer. Lopez was not paying attention to the snap, and that's just a way to kill a drive now. You got third down. They had about third down and 4. Now they're going to have third down and 12.
Yep.
8-yard loss on that play.
Third and long here. Secondary needs to stay awake here. It's going to be some sort of pass, you would think.
Play number 8 on the drive. This will be play number 7, excuse me. On 3rd and 12, 3.5 to play. Game's kind of slowed down a little bit now in the second quarter. Just 7 points put up in this second frame by the Horns after putting up 21 in the first. Lopez will throw on 3rd down and 12, being pressured. Steps up into the pocket, got hit. He got hit right as he delivered that ball. He's feeling the effects. The intended target was Sabir Perry.
Heckathorn flying in there.
You look at Lopez. You can zoom in on him. He is feeling that hit.
Heckathorn came in and put his face mask right in Lopez's gut, right in the ribs.
I couldn't think of a worse player to get hit in that scenario than number 55.
Yeah, there's 10 other guys on that field I'd rather have.
Standing like Michael Myers.
Yeah.
On that nose. The anchor of the defense. Incomplete pass. Clock stopped at 3:13. It's 4th and 12 now.
Lopez staying out there. Tough kid.
Tough player. He's taking some hits. McLoud has thrown the ball a lot tonight. Right here. The ball's tipped up into the air. It's free. It's picked off by Keller Stanley.
Go block.
Stanley getting across the 45 and strung down near midfield, and he's fired up. On 4th and 12, the Horns forced their 3rd turnover of the night.
That ball was tipped on the back side of his throwing motion. I'm not sure who that was, but that's who made the play right there. That was just a flying duck. That was like a punt. That was like a punt for Keller to run underneath, and he could have fair caught that one if he wanted to.
7th interception thrown by Lopez this year, and you'll see the Horns on offense for the 7th time in this first drive, a tick under 3 minutes to play at 2:59. Starting at the 48-yard line of their own territory. Quinn takes a snap, and just like that, the Horns are back inside Redskin territory. 5-yard gain by Quinn. Tackle made by Connor Cook.
I want to say this. Tatum Quinn has developed as a runner.
So I'm going to ask this from you. Of course, Tatum was your backup, correct, during your time?
Debatable. Some say he was third string. Some people say he was backup.
As he's looking to throw here, doesn't find anything. Now he throws across his body. It's tipped up into the air and incomplete. Lucky that did not get intercepted by Connor Cook. But third string, let's just say backup quarterback.
Let's just say backup.
As far as the development with him, you were in the locker room with him. You were in practice. What were some of the first little characteristics of Tatum as a quarterback that you kind of picked up from him, if there were any?
Patient. He's a patient player. He's not going to talk a whole lot. He's not going to run his mouth. He's just going to do his job. He's a steady player. And, when I was in high school, a couple years ago, he wasn't but 110 pounds.
That was a dangerous tackle there. Quinn got brought down. It was on 3rd and 5, and there's going to be a flag, and I can kind of guess where this is going to go and who it's going to go against.
Yeah,
that's a dangerous tackle on that near side. That's getting close into hip drop tackle range, which, of course, football, they're trying to not say ban that tackle, but really kind of take it away.
Yeah.
But, there's sometimes situations happen like that, right?
Yes, yes.
Face mask is what I'm getting from Ryder Troop.
No, like I said, Tatum Quinn wasn't but 110 pounds when he was a sophomore and I was a senior, but, man, he still plays the same way he did. He's just put on about 50 pounds. He works hard in the weight room. He's just a competitor, and he's a good kid.
Well, when getting ready for this season, when I was reading, the paper about this team, it was an article. It was really about the main difference you saw in the offense was some of the main players, especially in the offensive backfield, was they put on weight. Saw Chase Warden put on weight, Quinn put on weight. There's Mims on the outside.
Keller Stanley.
But Keller Stanley, of course, adding some physicality, adding some weight, getting into weight program. It's really helped this team, I think, this year as far as their growth and getting to where they're at right now, being 4-4, looking to get a spot in the playoffs, just adding to that physicality and, of course, experience as well.
If you look at the roster, I mean, it's minimal changes to the roster from last year to this year, but, I mean, that says a lot about this group. They've improved. They've put in the work in the weight room, and, I mean, they're reaping the benefits of that here. Looking to host a playoff game.
Mims in motion. It's a fake. Quinn will throw. Looking over the middle. He has a man in the end zone. Incomplete, but a flag. He looked for Eidelman once again. Eidelman's been a hot commodity for Tatum Quinn tonight. He has a 22-yard receiving touchdown. Scored the second touchdown of the game. Another flag against McLoud.
Going right back to that seam play from the fullback right up the middle. Last time there wasn't a man in sight to be guarding Eidelman up the seam, but this time they had two of them there, and they weren't going to let that happen again.
Personal foul, pass interference, defense.
That's not a personal foul. Learn the rules.
Put down.
Well, I will agree, pass interference is not a personal foul penalty.
Learn the rules.
Now, personal foul penalties and pass interference calls are both 15 yards.
Right. Yardage, it doesn't change anything.
Yardage, it doesn't change anything. No, I agree.
But that is a fault on the referee there. That's not a personal foul.
Right. No.
Doesn't change anything. But
this gets the ball inside the 14-yard line. Quinn cannot escape. Gets brought down. First Redskin to get to him was Brody Smith. A timeout on the field called by Curtis Cole. We'll take one as well and be back. 28-0. Minute 4 left in the first half here in McLoud.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
The station Sports Bar and Grill is the ultimate hangout where the game is always on, the music's always live, and the good times never stop. With indoor and outdoor seating available, ice-cold drinks, and a mouth-watering menu, plus wall-to-wall TVs, this is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Simply put, it's a game day vibe you won't find anywhere else. Be sure to follow the station on Facebook to see who's coming to perform on the Boxcar stage. 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street. Open 7 days a week. The station Sports Bar and Grill, where every game is played on home turf.
Pretty fitting we ended that commercial break that was brought to you by the station. Here's Quinn looking to throw over the middle, has Eidelman. It's caught. He's tackled at the 5 and brought down. Clock continuing to run. It looks like the line to gain is the 4.
Quinn goes through his progressions there, looking across the field, scanning and finding the drag coming here to the play side, putting it right on Eidelman, and that sets him up on the 4-yard line. If we don't score here, I wouldn't be surprised to see him getting that heavy package or burn a timeout.
35 seconds, Quinn running, real estate ahead, and he finds pay dirt. From 6 yards out, it's his second rushing touchdown of the night.
Going right back to that speed option play, and he's made the correct read. He's 3 for 3 on that speed option play on making the correct read. And, you know, when you get close to the end zone, you just got to have a nose for the end zone. Sometimes, even if you misread it, you can make up for it and fall forward for a touchdown. Good job there by Tatum.
6 plays, 52 yards for the Horns. That makes 4 total touchdowns for Quinn, 2 in the air, 2 in the ground, and it's the first half. I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty good work for Tatum. Kick is up and good.
As this first half comes to a close, I would say that's a picture-perfect first half. You come out and take care of business, give yourself some cushion. Just an overall.
Find yourselves up 35. You know, we talked in the Exceptional Community Hospital pregame show. You just can't come out flat. That was the one key for the Horns. You can't come out flat. You don't want to see any signs of a hangover, especially after a big win, beating 6th-ranked Perkins and putting yourself in a really good position playoff-wise. You don't want to lose that, and you don't want to fall in the standings coming out and coming out flat against McLoud, who was once again winless. But with 30 seconds left on this clock, there will be a kickoff by De La Torre.
McLoud hasn't won a game this year, but I will say this. They've got weapons to beat you with. It's not like they don't have athletes. That quarterback can make some plays, and he's a nightmare to play against.
Certainly cause havoc for a defense. He's been held intact so far by the defense of the Longhorns. Ball's up into the air, fielded at the 17-yard line by Leroy Thomas.
Number 4,
Thomas is brought down by Stanley.
By number 13, Stanley of the kicking team. 1st and 10, Redskins. 21 seconds.
1st and 10 for McLoud on their 7th play of the drive. Both teams have had 7 drives. Long Grove has scored on 5 drives. McLoud has scored on 0. They've scored 0.
Here, it's all secondary here. Just keep everything in front. As a safety, as a corner, keep it all in front. Don't bite on any double move stuff, hitch and go, slant and go. Just keep it all in front. See the big picture here and close this half out. Go to the locker room with a 35-point lead.
Clock runs as the ball is snapped. Run up the middle by Leroy Thomas. He's tripped up.
That should do it.
Tackled by.
And that should bring us to the end of the first half of play. Your score.
Tackle, yeah. That's the end of the half. That's the final play. 35-0 the score. Horns have a lot to be happy about. McLoud does not. And we head into the halftime break. Stick around, folks. We're going to hear some words from our sponsors. We're also going to hear this week's High School Spotlight Station interview. It is with Michael Cathy, who is the academic team coach. And with a mouth-watering menu and wall-to-wall TVs, the station is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. It's located 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street. Open 7 days a week. The station where every game is played on home turf. We'll catch a break, and you'll hear that.
Y'all tune in to Michael Cathy now.
Absolutely. It's an 8-minute interview, probably one of the longest interviews we've had so far this year.
You might learn something listening to Michael Cathy.
You can learn something. Some geometry, a lot of stuff. So we're going to hit a break.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
The station Sports Bar and Grill is the ultimate hangout where the game is always on, the music's always live, and the good times never stop. With indoor and outdoor seating available, ice-cold drinks, and a mouth-watering menu, plus wall-to-wall TVs, this is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Simply put, it's a game day vibe you won't find anywhere else. Be sure to follow the station on Facebook to see who's coming to perform on the Boxcar stage. 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street. Open 7 days a week. The Station Sports Bar and Grill, where every game is played on home turf. It's time now for the Lone Grove Longhorn High School Spotlight, presented to you by the Station Sports Bar and Grill. With a mouth-watering menu, wall-to-wall TVs, the station is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Just 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street, open 7 days a week. The station, where every game is played on home turf.
Good evening. John Waters here with you at KICM on the Lone Grove Football Halftime Show. I have with me this evening Michael Cathy. He is the teacher counselor for the – tell us what you are, Mike, because you can do it better than I can.
I am the Lone Grove Competitive Academics team sponsor and academic ball coach.
Well, very good. Now, explain to us a little bit about what that entails. What do they do?
Well, Lone Grove Competitive Academics really covers a number of different things, including academic bowl, which is the season that we're currently in right now. We compete in the OSSAA academic bowl in the Class 4A. We compete in the Lake Country Academic Conference here in our county. That's what I do.
About how many students do you have that participate in this program?
Well, as far as academic bowl goes, usually on a general basis, we have 15 to 20 in our academic bowl program. Two levels of competition. We also compete not only in the OSSAA competition, but there is an Oklahoma Association for Competitive Academics, which we specifically compete in their Froshmore division, which, of course, is freshman and sophomore combined.
Do the students try out for these teams, or is it open to anybody? How does a student get on one of these teams?
Well, we try to make it open to everybody and not get in the habit of making cuts. And I've been the coach here for over 2 decades, and very rarely would we have to make any cuts. We like to be inclusive and have a good time and allow kids to be challenged and to recognize kids for their academic excellence. And so, we don't want to turn anybody away that wants to participate.
What in these contests in the academic bowl for both sections, or all 3 sections, I should say, what do they do when they get there? I don't quite understand how that works. Enlighten me.
When I explain that to people, academic bowl is like a team Jeopardy contest, where there's teams of 4 members competing 2 schools at a time, and we'll have a reader and a moderator and a judge in terms of officials. And they're reading questions, and games consist of 40 questions covering a range of topics from, of course, your core subjects such as math, science, reading, but fine arts, literature, sports, geography, social studies. It's really endless. Anything you can think of, you're probably going to hear at some point or the other in the season. But to answer your question, I would say if you can envision a Jeopardy-style game, the kids have a buzzer and a light, and it locks out based on whoever presses the button first.
Okay. And they have a specific amount of time to answer the question, correct?
Yes. At the varsity level, they have 10 seconds, and at the junior varsity or Froshmore level, they have 5.
Whoa. So they give the older kids more time, eh?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but that's just the way we do it. I guess we really want to challenge those kids. With my kids, I tell them I'd rather you buzz sooner and miss a few more than to wait too long and never have an opportunity to answer at all.
Well, very good. That's true. Now, you may have touched on this already, and I probably overlooked it. How many awards and regional titles have the teams made over the years?
Well, recently, we have had just a lot of good success. We graduated a number of good seniors last year, including 2 All-Staters. And so, this season right now, we're just getting started. We've only played a handful of games, but recently we are the 2-time defending OAAC Academic Bowl Social Studies state champion. And then prior to that, we were a 2-time Math Bowl champion as well.
Good. Now, the students that do all these things, is there any way they can study and prepare, or is it just kind of life experience?
Well, it's a little bit of both. To be a really superior player and to be a superior team, the students really have to take it upon themselves and have a special interest and do a lot of independent study. My groups meet 3 to 4 times a week, but only for about 30 minutes to an hour. And that's a lot, and that time is just for our team meeting, trying to talk about our schedule and what's coming up. But really, the elite players and the elite teams, those students really, it's all about the independent study.
That's kind of what I thought, because me and my wife enjoy watching Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And I can get some of the questions. It depends on, how lofty they get. A lot of just life experience or stuff I've read over the years. Of course, I've had a lot more time on the earth than the kids have had, so I've learned a little bit more, I hope.
Right.
But, it's an interesting deal. It's fun to watch, and I would assume that the kids enjoy it too, correct?
Absolutely. The kids that I have, and some of them have been around a while, they really find it enjoyable. One of the things I tell about Academic Bowl and some of the things that we do is we give students that aren't necessarily athletes, although some are, and maybe they are or are not in band or FFA or other things, but some kids that don't really have a competitive outlet, they really seem to thrive with Academic Bowl because of that. It gives them that outlet to excel.
That's true, because a lot of kids, like say, don't do all those other things that are available in schools, and kind of leaves them hanging. But this would give those people that maybe want to do something team wise an opportunity to express themselves and to participate with a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing about Academic Bowl is, I mentioned the broad range of topics and all the variety. If you're really specialized in one area, you can contribute, and a team can use you. So it doesn't have to be the student that is the most well-rounded, although those are good to have. If you've really got someone that excels in math or science or fine arts, any discipline, if they want to apply themselves, we can use them.
Okay, well, very good. Well, we've been visiting with Michael Cathy. He is the student, or not the student, but the instructor, coach for the academic teams at Lone Grove High School. Anything else you'd like to add before we close up?
Well, I just want to say I appreciate the opportunity to come on. This is in my 2 decades of doing this. I believe this is the first interview I've been asked to do, so I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry. We've not been ignoring you, but I know.
No, I just appreciate it, and a lot of our kids do have that overlap. We've got athletes, we've got great choir and band members, but it just gives those students another outlet, and I just appreciate any opportunity I get to tell about our kids, to brag on our kids, and to let folks know what's going on.
Okay. Well, Michael, again, thank you for being here with us tonight, and I wish you and your teams great luck through the year.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
And that's this week's Lone Grove Longhorn High School Spotlight, presented to you by the Station Sports Bar and Grill.
M&M Automotive is now in its bigger, better location right on Highway 70 for your convenience. M&M specializes in air conditioning services of all kinds, including building and repairing AC lines for cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. They also do custom and factory exhaust systems, from brakes and tires to computer diagnostics, from tune-ups and oil changes to belts and water pumps, as well as transmission, suspensions, and general repair and maintenance. M&M Automotive offers a 2 to 3 year parts and labor warranty on all services. Trust your vehicle to the professionals at M&M Automotive Air Conditioning and Exhaust. Now on Highway 70 in Lone Grove.
At Kerr Pumps, innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service, we set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at KerrPumpsJobs.com. Made in America, made in Oklahoma.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sport-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
The Station Sports Bar and Grill is the ultimate hangout where the game is always on, the music's always live, and the good times never stop. With indoor and outdoor seating available, ice-cold drinks, and a mouth-watering menu, plus wall-to-wall TVs, this is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Simply put, it's a game day vibe you won't find anywhere else. Be sure to follow the station on Facebook to see who's coming to perform on the Boxcar stage. 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street, open 7 days a week. The Station Sports Bar and Grill, where every game is played on home turf.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
Bringing you back. Wow, echo. Hello? Bringing you back. Andy Dunham, Jackson McClanahan, Ryder Troop up here as well. Makeshift crew. I think we've done a great job tonight, fellas. But this isn't about us. It's about the Long Grove Longhorn football team that has came out. They've been focused in this first half, putting up 35 points in the frame. Got to talk with assistant coach of the Long Grove Longhorns, Tim Reeder, who's below us in the press box. And I just kind of asked him a simple question. I said, first half thoughts, any analysis? And he said they were focused. That was the word he used. Of course, Coach Reeder, not a man of many words.
Not a man of many words.
He's certainly a man of few, but what he said was they came out focused, and I'd agree.
He's a guy that when he speaks, you listen. What he says holds value, and his opinion means so much to me. Coach Reeder's just I can't say enough about the man that Coach Reeder is,
Certainly.
He's a good guy. You can't disagree with me on that. Anybody who,
he's great. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. Also, I want to say something positive about Coach Reeder. I don't know if it's going to be as positive as what you said, but I asked him, I had 2 questions. And me being the journalist that I am, I said, all right, first half thoughts on this game. And he gave us a short answer. And I said, second question, I was like, what's your favorite Halloween candy? And he said, oh, without a doubt, Reese's.
That's a man
Reese's
who
peanut butter cups. I think he had more words for the Halloween candy question than he did about the actual football game. But that's awesome. We love Tim Reeder. We love talking to him, especially at home when he's in a separate press box to everyone else. But we all get some quick comments from him. Sam does a great job at talking to him in between halves, and he was certainly excited last week taking down Perkins, and he's certainly excited about tonight as well, as we'll see a little bit of trickery here on the First Baptist Church of Lone Grove kickoff.
Once again, Tim Reeder, great guy. Here we go.
We begin the third here in Lone Grove, brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service. It's fielded by Keller Stanley. Not the first time Stanley has fielded a kickoff before. He breaks off one tackle. There was just a jam, a stiff arm, 35-40, 45-50, down the sideline. Keller Stanley has a convoy. Fireworks on the opening kick from the third quarter.
There's a flag here late.
There's a late flag.
But good Lord.
Oh, my goodness. Stanley.
A vicious stiff arm here at about the 40-yard line. He said get off.
Stanley dribbled the McLoud defender on the ground. That was like Derrick Henry.
That was Derrick Henry-esque right there.
Played a good game last night. We had an update on the World Series game, by the way.
We have 2 fouls on the play.
2 fouls.
Both by the receiving
team.
We have holding receiving team here. We have holding receiving here. That one will be defined. We will enforce from the 38. First and 10.
So take away the long return by Keller Stanley. It would have been about a 70-yard return. A few highlight plays there. What's more impressive to me is he was caught in a scrum of tacklers by McLoud, and he somehow escaped it, bounced it to the outside, which Stanley, not the fastest player on the field. I think he's more known for his physicality and his length.
That weight room right there showing up.
Absolutely. Dodgers 3-1 with their backs against the wall in Toronto against the Blue Jays. Kane Roberts opens up the first play of the second half, and he's tackled out of bounds. First half stats for you. McLoud actually ran more plays than the Lone Grove Longhorns did in the first half. McLoud ran 28 plays to Lone Grove's 21. Penalty flags, which they were a hot commodity for both teams, 17 combined flags in that first half. McLoud committed 11. Lone Grove committed 6. Make that total now 8 for the Lone Grove Longhorns, as there were 2 on that kickoff return. Longhorns put up 21 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second. We find themselves with a 35-point lead. It's a fake to Noah Farrell on the motion. It's Tatum Quinn up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Moving the pile, gets across the 45, still being brought down. Whistle finally blows as he's brought down at the 47-yard line.
Just going right back to the power read. It looked a little bit different that time with the man in motion being the back that we are reading with. Good read by Tatum. He's been solid on his reads. And like we said, a much improved runner getting north and south there, and that's going to be a Longhorn first down.
A drive that started at the 30-yard line. Horns at the 47. Kane Roberts up the middle on 1st and 10. Gets across midfield, close to 45-yard territory of McLoud.
That's just an ISO play there with the fullback scooping inside to the A gap.
We'll put him down for a gain of 6, second and 4.
Kane Roberts just following that fullback into the hole for about 6.5, 7 yards there.
Nice job avoiding the 6-7 there. That was impressive. You've done a great job tonight, just all around. I think you've had one of the best debuts, one of the best debuts here on KICM TV. There's Roberts up the middle. Feet don't fail me now. A touchdown.
Yep, just clearing folks out up front, the left side of that line, down blocking, giving a clear path for the backside puller to kick that end out. And Roberts follows Idleman, scooping up into the gap for, I believe, a 50-yard run to pay dirt.
47 yards is what I got. It'll be the second rushing touchdown for Kane Roberts tonight. He opened up the scoring in this game, and he opens up the scoring coming out of half.
Strike up the band.
Horns score in 1 minute and 50 seconds. On 4 plays, I might add as well. De La Torre continues his perfect night on extra points. And it's 42-0. We'll be back after these words. Stick around.
Hunter SuperTex has been here since 2006 and will be here to provide you excellent service for your home service needs. Who said you need to sweat over getting a new HVAC system with our special financing options fitting every budget? Oh, and did we mention you won't need to leave your comfy spot? Stay right there on your couch. Free estimates and financing, all from your sofa. Hunter SuperTex, making home comfort a breeze. Go visit huntersupertex.com and schedule online.
Something that comes with experience.
4 plays, 70 yards, in a minute 10, 47-yard touchdown by the sophomore Kane Roberts, who has had an outstanding year for the Longhorns. A great compliment in that backfield next to Tatum Quinn. A kick up into the air.
Yep.
And this is a short return, close to the 25 is where the McLoud Redskins will take over for their first drive.
A little shoving there after the play. That's going to be – I'm not sure who this is going to be on, but there was some shoving going back and forth.
Trophy Auto Glass provides your scoring recap this season. That was your Trophy Auto Glass scoring recap. That was your First Baptist Church Long Grove kickoff. And once again, like the first kickoff to open up the second half, there was a penalty flag, and there's another one right there. Let's see what the call is. This is fun. I love the mics too, by the way. Have I said that tonight? I love the mics that the officials are wearing.
Hey, them microphones though.
They've been hot tonight.
We have 2 fouls on the play.
They're definitely working.
We have holding offense, which is a live ball foul, 10 yards from the previous spot. And then we have a dead ball, unnecessary roughness on the offense.
Are you? What?
That right there is what you call a missed call.
Penalty 12 and 13 on McLoud. I like the explanation after too with the live ball. With the live ball explanation on the holding, and then after the play there was the unnecessary roughness. So that will mark McLoud down. It looks like the 9-yard line is where they'll take over for their first drive. Drive number 8 overall, drive number 1 of the second half. Let's see what kind of adjustments the Redskins made out of the halftime break. Phoenix Lopez in the backfield. It's a give to Leroy Thomas, and he gets maybe 1.
Leroy Thomas with a carry. He'll make it down to the 11-yard line, second down.
2 yards for Thomas.
Yeah, we could have been called for an encroachment right there. I believe we jumped, but no call. If there's no call, then it's not a penalty.
Play is stopped, too. Unless that's McLoud waiting for the call. They get it. an unorthodox huddle that they run on offense. Offensive line is ready. They're lined up. Backer in the backfield. Leroy Thomas once again gets the carry. You made a great point in that first half about Thomas lining up in front of the quarterback, which negates him from any running play. I had not thought about that before.
It does.
That was a great point.
You see that more and more now, but I guess when they inch that running back up a little bit, it gives him a little bit of an advantage to get to his block earlier. But at some points it does tip your hand as to what you're doing.
Gives away your play, but basically what you're saying, yeah.
You know it's not going to him.
And there's been some plays tonight where Thomas has been lined up in front of Lopez, and it's been off of a design run or an improvised run where Lopez has taken off.
Yes.
So he's still lined up behind Lopez. One wide receiver to the right, one wide to the left. 8:17 left in the third quarter, 3rd down and 5. Lopez looks far side. He'll throw, and it's intercepted. Braxton Armstrong makes the pick. That's turnover number 4.
We got a flag,
but late flag. It's in the backfield, and that
probably
could indicate that the play will stand.
Yeah, Longhorn's going to decline that one. It's going to be a holding call.
Second interception thrown by Lopez tonight. That's number 8 on the year, which brings his total to 8 passing touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Well, they tried to go to the comeback there on the single receiver side, and he just missed that ball on the inside. That's the spot that you can't miss that ball on a comeback route. If you're going to miss that ball anywhere, it's going to be low and outside towards the sideline, and that's why that ball was picked off.
Secondary for the Horns with the interceptions this year. Of course, Scout Quinn had a hot start to the year. He had 3 interceptions through the first 2 games, and that's Roberts once again breaking off another long run, has blockers, gets one from Mims, being patient, and gets brought down past the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Yep.
Good run.
Right side of that offensive line, 2 down blocks there. That's Asher and who else is on that right side, Andy?
Looks like they've already made some substitutions on that right side. The other on the right tackle position, that's Austin Rowe.
Yep. Moving folks out over there on that right side.
Gain of 16 yards on the run by Roberts. He gets it right back, and this time he'll get just a few. Long Grove started this drive. This will be their 9th drive of the night so far, 2nd of the second half. They started at the 29-yard line due to the interception by Braxton Armstrong. Quinn talking with head coach Curtis Cole on that side, calling the plays. He's done a nice job tonight.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some trickery here.
They tried early.
Or some sort of wrinkle in the playbook here. Normally, Quinn does not run to the sideline. That's usually some sort of special information there from the coach when you see something like that.
He tried that double reverse pass in the second quarter, and it was an incomplete pass to Maddox Eidelman. Here is another throw, and wide open. Speak of the devil is Eidelman again. Number 2 for Maddox Eidelman, right on cue. Quinn's 3rd passing touchdown of the night, 5 total. Horns up 47-0.
Nothing new tonight. That's Eidelman right up the seam. He's lived between the hashes tonight in the pass game.
48-0 is the score. Now the scoreboard here in McLoud says 47-0. So that could have resulted in a missed extra point that might have gotten behind us from De La Torre. That one's certainly good. We'll keep it at 48-0.
Kick was made by Urel D. Toro.
We'll keep it right here. 3 plays, 29 yards, scoring drive brought to you by Jag Fuels. It's just easy, especially out of the second half. And obviously I don't think the Horns made many adjustments. It was just really status quo coming out of the halftime break, but they've done a nice job. They've scored 2 touchdowns on 7 plays.
Yep. Nothing out of the ordinary, just doing what we do at a high level, and in these games, that's what in district games, you just got to play consistent ball, and we've continued to do that. As we have a 48-0 lead here, obviously.
99 yards on the first 2 drives. Just gives you just more confidence. Confidence in sports, I think, is so important, and you know that. I know that. And when you have a camaraderie with a team like the Long Grove Longhorns, I'm sure this is a tight-knit group. Coach Cole has talked about, I'm going to bring up your 2023 class a little bit. You know, he was on record saying that that 2023 class was one of the most tight-knit groups he ever had. This certainly seems to be the same as far as the group playing together, knowing each other on the field, especially on offense, and we're certainly seeing that tonight.
Yeah, and being tight-knit doesn't just mean being buddy-buddy all the time. It's a tough love. Like, you can't be nice to everybody. Being a good teammate means calling somebody out.
Accountability.
Holding each other accountable. And maybe that's something they've lacked here in the last season, but it seems like they've got it ironed out as they have improved much.
Well, certainly there was a jump on the defensive line, and McLoud offensive line then moved. I'm interested to see, wow, that's a false start, and this can't be a great reaction from the coaching staff up here from McLoud.
How many penalties is that?
That'll be penalty number 14 on McLoud. 3rd in this second half.
Yeah. First and 15.
Jackson, sometimes silence just says it all.
Yep.
So McLoud starts the drive at their own 30-yard line. 2 wide to the right. It's a give up the middle to Thomas.
Leroy Thomas with a carry.
Saw
number 13.
a heavy portion of the offense for McLoud. They ran 28 plays in that first half. Majority of them were pass plays.
2nd and 14.
Now they try to go back to the passing game on their first drive. Of course, they throw an interception to Braxton Armstrong. And now it's just kind of finding out what works. And if you want to try to run it up the middle on the Long Grove defense, especially with the defensive line, now I'm not seeing a lot of the starters in the game, and we will get some of those players that are in right now. Of course, I don't see Davion Miller. I don't see Heckathorn. And the defensive line for Long Grove certainly has to get a grip here. Try to hold their water a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's going to put them right back with the chains. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
It was Pierce Watson got called for the offside. On that defensive line, Justin Bradshaw is still in. 65, Ryland Floyd. Of course, you saw Pierce Watson again. Also number 50, Christian Kirk. Man, the defensive line. Another give up the middle to.
Yeah, that's Bradshaw right there.
Absolutely.
Leroy Thomas.
He's easy to spot with the Guardian cap on.
He is.
Of course, he also makes plays.
That's a stout kid right there. I mean, you saw it right there, locking his defender out, locking that center out, finding the ball, and making a play. That's a great job there by number 54. And he kind of fits that nose guard build. He's a stocky, stout, country-strong kid is the perfect description of who Justin Bradshaw is.
Hunter Abshire lines up in the secondary along with Zane Hale at the linebacking core. Also number 21, Dayton James. Luke Stinson also in. 3rd down and 10. Lopez looking to get away. There's a flag, and he's brought down. Once again, Bradshaw ringing the bell defensively, making the play, letting some of his other defenders swarm Lopez like they have all night long. And that looks like it's Keller Stanley who's still out, one of the few starters that's still in the game, along with Scout Quinn and Braxton Armstrong. But
looks like he's holding his hand, wrist area. And Stanley will go to the sideline here. You don't like to see that, but
yeah, that's probably wise here. Checking in for Stanley will be Elliott Whittington. Decline the penalty, the Horns do. 4th down, McLoud will punt. 4th time tonight they've punted. McLoud punted their first three. I'm looking first 3 drives of the game they punted, and then the rest of the drives either resulted in a turnover on downs or a turnover.
You got Zane Hill in back deep to return this kickoff, or this punt with Scout Quinn.
It's a high punt.
Kicks it to Scout Quinn.
Best punt we've seen tonight. Let's see if Quinn can do something with it. Running near side to the 40, and he's ushered out of bounds.
Quinn with the return. He'll return about 8 yards and then runs out of bounds at the 41. First and 10, the Longhorns.
Offensive drive number 10 coming up, and you saw the way the defense, some guys were getting substituted in and out. Of course, you obviously don't want to risk injuries here. I know Keller Stanley came off the field with a little bit of probably a stinger is what we would say.
Yeah.
We don't want to assume injuries on the air, but maybe a little stinger on the hand. And
yeah, you probably won't see him back in the game tonight. That doesn't mean that he's seriously injured, but that does mean that we are up 48-0. He probably won't re-enter this ball game.
I'd imagine the rule comes into effect. We were talking about it during halftime of the running clock, because the clock is running right now. You see some substitutes, mainly on the offensive line. Scout Quinn has to race off the field because they had too many players, and now we
have to burn a timeout there.
Timeout by Curtis Cole. Or was he trying to call a timeout?
Yeah, we had some substitution issues there, and the play clock ran out.
I can tell you exactly what happened. Quinn came out at quarterback. Tatum did. And Scout raced off the field. Scout is now the quarterback.
Tatum, go ahead and trot your butt to the sideline. You're not in the game no more. Bring in number 6, Scout Quinn. Arguably the better of the two. And here we go.
Said Scout better of the two?
Scout can play some ball. Okay. He may not be better now, but
it runs in the family, of course. I know that.
They're both good. Don't get me wrong, but Scout, he's got some.
Now the Long Grove offense will head to the sideline. Justin Bradshaw still in on that offensive line position. Looks like he's the only starter that is still out there. You get the rest of the members of the offensive line here in 1 second. Receivers still stay the same. Farrell in at receiver, Zane Hale in at receiver as well. Scout Quinn in at quarterback for the Long Grove Longhorns. His 3rd appearance at quarterback. It's Zane Hill, gets it on a jet sweep to the outside. He's got room, and, well, Jackson, you said he's an athlete. He's certainly got some twitch about him. He's got some joystick movements when he's out there running.
Yeah.
There's a flag, however.
Yeah, there's a couple of those kids in the freshman and sophomore classes that they've got a little go in them. They've got a little scat.
Yards. Do we have another one?
Referee had the microphone on. He's confused about maybe what the flag was. Certainly we didn't get it yet. I got some new starters on the offensive line while we're waiting. Christian Kirk, number 50 in. Zane Sutherland in, number 52. Justin Bradshaw staying in. Number 56, Oakley Bray. Number 77, Andon Rhines. This flag was against the Horns. Penalty flags in the gate. The clock stopped at 3:56.
I believe it was a holding call. On those outside run plays, that's where you see most of your holding calls when the play's getting strung out to the sideline, and it's an easy call for the referee to make when there's space being created between the defensive lineman and the offensive lineman. That's a lot of times where you see those holding calls pop up.
It is Halloween night. No, daggone it. Our camera is blocking Shrek down there. Shrek has made it to McLoud tonight. Did you have a favorite Halloween costume growing up?
Batman.
Oh, I love that.
I was a Batman,
Yeah, that's a classic. 1st and 15 after the penalty. It is a little misdirection there as Hale went in motion again, but they gave it up the middle to Kane Roberts. That was a nice play design right there. Only got a few yards, but
show a little eye candy there. Trying to get a little bit of those linebackers moving towards that motion. It can create a crease, a better angle for a block, and McLoud not falling for it there.
After what it seemed an extensive delay, trying to figure out penalty yardage and who it was against. 3rd penalty on the Horns in the second half. They're 2 shy of McLoud, who have committed 5 in the second half. Go ahead.
Roberts checked back into the game here.
2nd and 13. It's Scout Quinn running to the outside, showing off the mobility.
Number 6 with the carry.
Might have been a face mask there. I don't know. I could have seen that, though. But Scout Quinn gets the run, gets near midfield, and sets up a 3rd and manageable right here using his legs.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of speed on him. Kane Roberts getting out and lead blocking for him, and Scout knows when to put his foot in the ground and get upfield. And that's going to set up 3rd and short here.
Looked like a design run right there.
Yep. Yeah, that's just
Scout
straight
Quinn.
Quarterback sweep there.
I wonder what the playbook looks like when you have Tatum who checks out, but you bring Scout in who kind of has that same kind of play style. He's mobile. He can throw. I guess nothing really changes. It's just status quo.
That's a good
for Curtis Cole, who's calling the plays. 5th season for Coach Cole here at Lone Grove. Took over in 2021, 2022. 28 and 23 all-time record. Tonight is his 52nd career game as the head coach of the Lone Grove Longhorns. Time does fly, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Looking to make the playoffs for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. Of course, last year was the first time he did not find his team in the postseason.
That's a pretty good track record.
Absolutely. 2-8 record last year. I think this is also a season where Coach Cole reminded some folks that he can coach some football, because I think a lot of people doubted him last year after the season, after the down year.
Listen, down years are bound to happen in any program.
It's a 1st and 10 run. Scout Quinn gets across the 40, maybe 6 yards on that. Go ahead.
Down years are bound to happen in any program, but it's really what you do that next season. I mean,
of course, you got crazy people on message boards, live YouTube comment sections, anywhere, and I'm sure there was,
listen, emotion.
There's some people that say some things on the internet that probably they don't mean it, but, there were some things said last year that I'm sure were taking it, way out of proportion.
And you got to like that people care about the program. They want the program to do well and win, but there's never been a doubt that Coach Cole is the guy here. I mean,
Kane Roberts bouncing to the outside. It was an inside run, hurdles a man, and gets brought down.
If there ever was a doubt in that, I mean, we've got a great opportunity to host a playoff game. If you've watched Lone Grove football, we haven't done that a whole lot here in the past. I mean, if they host a playoff game this year, that'll just be the 5th in school history, I believe, to be hosted.
The last time would be his first year, the 2022 season against Kingfisher, correct?
That was his 2nd season. We went to Perkins first round.
Second season. I apologize. Yeah, 2nd season. I said first year because that was my first year calling these games.
Right.
Was the Kingfisher game. Yeah, you're right. They did go to Perkins.
Yeah. I believe
2021 season.
They did it in 2013, 2014, and 2015. And other than that, it's only been done in 2023 or 2022. So this will be the 5th time hosting a playoff game if we can close this season out with 2 victories. And it looks like we're going to get the first of those tonight.
Of course, if you look at record-wise between the 2 teams that you have left, of course, McLoud tonight winless in the season. They have one more try at getting that next win, and they play, I believe, I need to check who they play. I actually don't know. Perkins. Yeah. So you get Bristow for the season finale at home, senior night. Bristow has been kind of a team that has been middling in the playoff picture.
Yep.
Have to look at the standings and see where they're at off the top of my head, which we can pull those up. But
I believe it's a must-win situation for Bristow. So when we go up there next Friday, I mean, it's going to be life or death for them, and we're going to get everything they have. And on top of that, they're a solid football team.
Play, offense, 5 yards, still third down.
Delay a game. Fourth penalty of the second half. It makes it fourth and 10. It is fourth down. That's right.
That's what it says.
Running back in for Lone Grove is number 23, KJ Cohey.
See if we air it out here.
Snap. Quinn will throw. Looking downfield. Has a man open. Zane Hill makes the grab. On the run. Brought down first down and 10. Great pitch and catch from Quinn.
Yep, good job by Quinn leading him there. Hale had a defender right in his hip pocket, and he could not afford to throw that ball any behind him, or that ball would have been batted down. So that's great ball location there.
You'll like this. That was elite ball placement. You'll like this from a Monday morning quarterback like myself, the former quarterback, to you. What I liked about that play is he was able to catch Hale in stride. He kept running after he caught it. Couldn't have put the ball any better.
Nope.
First down and 10 off a fourth down. 7 seconds left in this third quarter. It's flown by.
They're just going to take this one to the fourth quarter, I think. Yeah.
Four fingers are up in McLoud, and the Lone Grove Longhorns are 12 minutes away from getting their 5th win of the season, and more importantly, the 4th win in district play. We'll be back after these words here in McLoud on Halloween night.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore.
Let the Halloween music play for a little bit. Oh, it's off. Fourth quarter continues. It's a running clock. So we get a fresh set of 12 minutes. It'll be our last one tonight. Weather's still staying pretty good. It's obviously got chillier. But,
yeah, it's cooled off a little bit.
You got a jacket on. You're good. Ryder Troop is up here. He's got a cozy hat on. You got a cozy hat on. I like that hat. A nice hat. Tip the hat. Oh, look at those. Look at the blonde frohawk.
Man.
The tips. Hey,
that kid's got
wear
some
it, buddy.
style.
Put it here. You've done a great job tonight. Good job. You've done a great job as well.
I appreciate that, Andy.
Guys stepping in. We had to call. This is a bullpen game for the Lone Grove crew. Of course, I'm still standing tall right now, literally and figuratively. Got Jackson here, making his debut here on KICM TV.
Who is number 23?
KJ Cohey is the roster that I have.
Is he in any relations to Ethan Cohey?
I don't know. There's a lot of Coheys in the Ardmore Lone Grove area. Now, 23, KJ Cohey could not be KJ Cohey, or it could be. The roster that I have is somewhat recent, maybe not up to date to this week, because guys change numbers. Guys, you lose players. Sometimes, majority of the time, you lose players on a roster, and some guys take numbers. So,
right,
we should get confirmation of that, I'm sure, here pretty soon. In at receivers, Dalton May wearing the number 0. Zane Hill still in the slot to the left side. It's a pitch to Cohey on the outside with blockers. Makes a man miss and gets brought down at the 20. Close to a first down. That was third down and 11. 10-15 to play in the fourth quarter.
23.
That's a big back right there. If he's a freshman, that's a big kid. Number 23. I believe he's a freshman. He runs hard. Fourth and inches here.
Yeah, 4th and 2. Once again, you're at the 20-yard line. Not the first time the Horns have found themselves in this position. Remember, they scored a Maddox Eidelman touchdown off of a 4th down conversion well inside their own territory. So let's see what they do here. That was on a 4th and 12. This is a 4th and 2. You're 10 yards short. Quinn makes a man miss in the backfield. It'll be close, but I think that extra push got him the first down.
That'll be close. Yeah, I think he got it.
The line to gain was the 19-yard line. Now, McLoud is signaling that he's short.
Of course.
So we will see what the flag is. We're still getting confirmation on the score here. I'm going to say it's 49. Oh, she's short.
Mark him short.
After further review, the play has been overturned.
Said after further review, but there's no review. I guess it's just a measurement.
If we want to get real picky, you're never going to rule that ball short without a measurement, but it's 48-0.
49, I just changed it.
Oh, 49. Correction.
The verdict is in. It's 49-0. Pitches it to the outside. Chasing is number 99. That's Tate Troop. Finds himself into the game playing the linebacker spot. And, of course, he is the younger brother of the man standing to my left, Ryder Troop. So it's good to see Tate in the game, and now he checks out. But this is really what you want, in a game when you're up 49. You get a lot of guys, especially closer into the season. Yeah. You want to get some guys on the field, right?
Yeah, you love to see fresh legs, some freshmen and sophomores and some underclassmen out there, and that is 6 points.
Leroy Thomas to the outside, being chased by Abshire. Braxton Armstrong once again in pursuit. Thomas stops and he's brought down. 6 points, no more. Good hustle by the Horns, however.
Yeah, just the Red Sea parted up the middle there. He went untouched there for about 45 yards before we chased him down.
Close to a 45, 50-yard flash. Trip Trisciani, number 20, had to hustle back up to the line because McLoud is moving fast. First time the McLoud Redskins have been inside the red zone. This is the farthest they've gotten, and the ball is out. You just cannot write it any worse for McLoud. The ball is on the ground, and it's Long Grove football. 5th turnover of the game, 3rd fumble, and there's a late flag at the very end of the play, and it'll be after the play. A little bit of theatrics after that play might cause that one. Just an absolute nightmare of a game.
I'm not really sure if any of the referees saw that fumble there. There was not a beanbag tossed by the referee.
Beanbag.
A beanbag tossed by the referee there. But
Clock
nonetheless.
Clock stops at 8.5. There's that pink flag. This is the last day for the pink flags as well on October 31st. Yeah, it's a great point, isn't it?
It's a great point. Fun fact. We read the newspaper this morning.
I read the paper that. Oh man, we were talking about newspaper. You like newspapers, don't you?
Oh yeah, I read the paper every single morning. Like yourself.
Sportsmanlike conduct. Thank you. I still like. I like physical newspapers. Of course, at Oklahoma State, you read the Daily Okanagan. That's a big deal. You get the. It's a weekly edition. Comes out Friday. Comes out on Fridays, of course. I like to pick me up an edition. And there was a moment with interim head coach Doug Meacham, who took over from Mike Gundy. He was asked a question in a press conference by a student reporter for the Ocala newspaper. And Coach Meacham looked at the reporter, who I know amongst the student media group, and he says, "What'd you do with the crossword?" and there used to be a crossword puzzle
Yeah.
that was in the newspaper for the Daily. Oh, there's a fumbled snap.
Yeah, but we got one in the Ardmore, right?
Do you?
Yeah.
I think McLoud got back on this ball, and they did. Fumble-rooski. McLoud takes over. Second turnover for the Horns tonight. That's turnover. That's number 7 between both teams. 5 for McLoud, 2 for the Horns. But anyway, to finish the story, the video goes viral, of course. It's posted on social media. And the next edition of the newspaper had a crossword puzzle in it. For the first time in like 40 years.
That's impressive just to correct it right off the bat like that.
That's right. Yeah, it was awesome.
People are listening.
Yeah. That's the power of the internet. Of course, in the internet, you get a lot of newspapers that are still, you get some paper news, as this is Lopez, who's scrambling away, got hit, gets drugged down towards the 15. Almost a 10-yard run. A lot of newspapers, though, now are online. You don't get a lot of physical papers anymore.
To me, I know it's the same information, but the physical newspaper, there's something to be said for the physical newspaper.
Yep.
But
a lot of my information that I get from these teams in the area are from the newspaper. Bo Bearden, longtime sports writer for the Ardmore, right? Michael Pineda as well. They do a great job keeping information.
Yeah.
For me.
Number 8, fighting for yards inside the 10.
Once again, McLoud working inside the red zone. This was because of the turnover. Anthony Gilliam gets the carry, the freshman, wearing the number 8. Got a couple carries in the first half. Hasn't seen much of the field yet, but now he does. Under 7.5 to play. Clock stopped at 7:29. Of course, that takes me back to the Long Grove Ledger. Mr. Jerry Benson, longtime sports writer as well, went to all the games. Gilliam finds the end zone, touchdown McLoud. With 7 minutes and 23 seconds in the fourth quarter, McLoud finds the end zone. Anthony Gilliam into the end zone.
And just right up the gut there.
Gilliam with his second rushing touchdown of the season. Makes that 16 total touchdowns for McLoud on the year. Leroy Thomas had 10 of them. Phoenix Lopez had 4. Gilliam now has number 2. Parker Ryan is true. Got a kicker's battle, don't we?
Yeah,
after seeing that's impressive.
That was booted. He probably could have made that from 35, 40 yards.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore. Harvey Douglas.
49-7 inside Redskins Stadium in McLoud on Halloween night. Anthony Gilliam scores from 5 yards out to give McLoud their first score of the game. 3-1 is the score. Dodgers up on the Blue Jays. And if the Dodgers can hold on, we're going to get a Game 7 in the World Series.
Man.
Be the first time since, I'd say, first time since 2019 I can think off the top of my head.
Can you name a Blue Jays fan that you know?
Kyle Miller.
Kyle Miller. That's the only one I know.
Yeah. I think Kyle was a, first off, tremendous athlete, baseball player, basketball player. He likes Bo Bichette. He really liked Bo Bichette. Yeah. But he also liked the Blue Jays. I think he was more of a Bo Bichette fan than he was a Blue Jays fan. This is going to be a touchback. Nice kick. Parker Ryan, once again, showing off that bionic leg of his. Extracurriculars after the play, but 7:16 left. Longhorns will get the ball.
I can guarantee Kyle Miller's watching that ball game somewhere tonight.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Certainly. It's been a fun World Series. It has.
It's also brought to you by.
I don't know how much baseball you watch.
I just saw that they went to, what was it?
18 innings.
18 innings,
Yep.
and it ended with a walk-off home run.
I did a story on that on Tuesday for the Daily O for our student show, and it was the second time in the last 8 years that the Dodgers have been a part of an 18-inning game, because in 2018 when they played against the Red Sox, they also partaked in an 18-inning game. Yeah.
That's 2 baseball games in one
I know.
night. That's insane.
I think East Coast time, it was 2 o'clock, 2:50 in the morning.
How many pitchers did they pitch?
I'd have to look back at the box score, honestly.
18-inning game.
I know that here's Quinn on the fake, getting to the outside. He's got room, got the first down and more, past the 20, and finally brought down. Aggressive tackle by Leroy Thomas. Majority of the starters still in the game for McLoud, but they do have a thin sideline, so a lot of those guys just kind of have to stay in. But so Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is he's an ace. The Dodgers have an ace by committee. He's one of their pitchers that is their number one, along with Blake Snell. And once it got to the 17th inning, Yamamoto, who pitched tonight, was warming up to come into the game in that 18-inning game.
Gotcha.
Now, he did not end up coming in, which they didn't need him, which thankfully that worked out for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I would imagine that both teams burnt through several arms in that ball game.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw even made an appearance. Of course, Clayton Kershaw up there in age. He announced that it was his last season, and he had not made a postseason appearance until the other night.
Wow.
When he pitched. He faced one batter.
Is that the game that ended in a walk-off? Freddie Freeman?
Freddie Freeman hit a solo home run. Yep. Back to football, 6 minutes flat left in this fourth quarter. Quinn keeps it, breaks one tackle, or almost did.
Zane Hill in at quarterback now.
Number 7, Jerron Beard.
Number
You're right.
17.
Oh, you're right.
That caught me off guard as well.
You're right. First time this season we've seen at least 3 different quarterbacks check in for the Horns. This is good because we get to see a little bit of Zane Hill.
Third down in McLoud, Oklahoma. Make some noise for your Redskins.
Now this kid can run. If I don't know if you've had the opportunity to watch him in his freshman games, but he's a guy that can put a foot in the ground and go hit his head on the goalpost.
Jonah Fuentes lined up at the very top of your screen. Fake, fumbled. Zane gets it back and gets brought down. That was on 3rd and 7. Late flag. Caleb Stinson and Jonah Fuentes were fighting with 2 McLoud defenders. That looks like it's Nemechek and Tucker Mapera. Probably not saying that right, but Nemechek and Mapera were getting into it with Caleb Stinson and Fuentes, and we'll see what the flag is. It's against the Longhorns.
Well, it'll be automatic first if it is a personal foul.
Clock stop. I want to give a shout out also to
unnecessary roughness against the offense. 15 yards and doesn't count.
I'll give a shout out to my man Brett Dawson as well, who was a newspaper writer. Spent his time in Oklahoma, writing for the Oklahoman and for the Athletic, covering the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
Covered many NBA teams. He's watched every game, I think, so far. He took a job in Lexington, Kentucky, being an editor.
At the Longhorns,
There, we went back home. He's traveled a lot. But shout out to him for he loves the newspaper talk as well.
Correction, it's 4th and a mile and a half.
4th down and 22. Tatum Quinn has to come back out onto the field because he is the punter.
Hey.
And it's off the side of the foot. It's got to take a good long row bounce, and it does indeed. Past the 40 to the 35. 36-yard line is where it's fielded at by Scout Quinn.
After the punt, the Redskins will have possession.
Tatum can do it all.
McLoud will get at least one more possession on offense. So, I had already asked Tim Reeder, assistant head coach Tim Reeder, his favorite Halloween candy, and I got to ask you, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
I'm going to go.
Or top three. It's hard to say
okay.
favorite.
Top three. I'm going to go.
Leroy Thomas again gets across midfield.
At number 1, I'm going to go with just the basic Snickers bar.
Okay.
And at number 2, I'm going to go with a Payday. And at number 3, I'm going to go with a Kit Kat bar.
Chocolate guy. Well, two of those were chocolate.
Yeah.
So my next question would have been, are you a chocolate or are you a gummy guy?
For Halloween, I'm definitely a chocolate guy.
Okay.
Any other time, debatable.
Okay.
I don't eat a whole lot of candy.
Got to keep that slim frame. Oh, Lopez making a play happen. Switching fields. There is a flag down.
Number 1, Lopez.
Still going.
Flag on the field.
Trip Trisciani got double teamed downfield. I don't know if that was for the flag, but
it's going to be a hold. Holding on the offense.
Holding. Offense, 10 yards from the previous. Second down.
penalty flag number 19.
Wow.
And a standing ovation for the officials.
I believe that referee got a new microphone, and he just loves to use it. He's throwing them flags as often as he can.
See if he gets Shrek down there. Yeah.
This song's off Shrek, too.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Shrek themed. Gilliam again getting past midfield.
Anthony Gill with the carry. He'll make it to the 49.
I can't think of a game that's been played on Halloween. Of course, there was word. You know, I got a great connection with. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Shrek's night has been made. They're making a Shrek 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this has gone off the rails. 3:45, Gilliam again up the middle, gets past the original line of scrimmage and then some, and inside Long Grove territory.
Man down, holding the ankle, the left ankle.
We'll take a timeout.
We have an official timeout on the field.
Hunter SuperTex has been here since 2006 and will be here to provide you excellent service for your home service needs. Who said you need to sweat over getting a new HVAC system with our special financing options fitting every budget? Oh, and did we mention you won't need to leave your comfy spot? Stay right there on your couch. Free estimates and financing, all from your sofa. Hunter SuperTex, making home comfort a breeze. Go visit huntersupertex.com and schedule online today.
Trey Reed was the injured Redskin for McLoud. He looks like favoring that left ankle.
I believe so. That's what he was holding
but
when he fell down.
Good that he was able to walk off on his own power. That's great.
When guys aren't weight-bearing coming to the sideline, that's when you know it could be something more serious, but he seems to be all right.
Fourth quarter, 3:22 left in this game. 49-7, Long Grove. Phoenix Lopez still in at quarterback. Fires it over the middle. It's caught by Nemechek. Nemechek gets dropped down at the 35-yard line and a first down for McLeod.
First and 10 Redskins.
I think it's for McLeod, it's all about you definitely have a quarterback who can play at the varsity level. Now you'll lose two receivers. You will lose both Leroy Thomas, who's actually a running back, and you'll also lose Sabir Perry, who was one of the main skill position players for McLoud.
Yeah.
He's been held up in check tonight, I think.
Yes, yeah, we've done a great job with him.
Yeah, absolutely. But you'll lose Thomas, you'll lose Perry. Kind of have to rebuild a little bit at the skill position, but it looks like they have a future running back in Anthony Gilliam, who's played really nice in this game for the carries that he's gotten.
Yeah, I believe that McLeod's battling a little bit of an injury bug that began for them in the middle of the season. They've got a couple starters that may be out, but I'm not sure what class they're in, but I do know that they're skill players.
Perry Jr., Parker Ryan, and Nemechek in at receiver. Leroy Thomas still in, and what you don't want to see is Gilliam, who is now limping to the bench, and he's going to get some attention from a member of the training staff. Pitch far side. It's caught by Perry. Sabir Perry continuing to move the pile, and he gets a first down.
Yep, that's just a flash, what we call a flash route. He's just going to sit down, catch the ball, and put a foot in the ground, make a guy miss, and go get 5 yards.
McLoud needed 9. It looks like they got 11. Ball's marked at the 17-yard line.
Yep.
Minute 50 left.
16, 1 minute, 46 seconds remaining in the game. Redskins trail.
McLoud down to the last gasp of air. And they'll get their last opportunity to get a win next week.
Redskins with a middle carry.
Anadarko scoring updates, which we have not done tonight. One scoring update we can give you that is significant to who Long Grove might play in the playoffs if the chips fall the way Long Grove wants them to. Anadarko has defeated Kingfisher.
And that Anadarko beating Kingfisher tonight does up the chances of us hosting Anadarko first round if we are to win out. And we saw them week 1, and we had those guys. We had those guys beat.
Oh, fumbled snap. Lopez has to hop on it. He does, and he's met. Now he's brought down. Officials blow the whistle. And that is a loss of yardage.
Lopez back at the 25-yard line.
Under a minute to play. Third down. Scoreboard shows, I believe this is going to be a 3rd down and 17 upcoming for McLoud. Lopez in the shotgun position. Leroy Thomas in the backfield, throwing it. It's caught. That's the receiver, Brody Smith. Smith makes his first catch of the night. "12 seconds left." That is more than likely going to be the final play tonight. It's a 49-7 win for the Long Grove Longhorns. They have won 3 consecutive games now for the first time since 2023. They're over 500 for the first time since 2023. They improve in district play, 4-2, and they're one step closer to finding themselves in the postseason.
There we go.
2025.
Big win tonight. And it was a beatdown from the first quarter to the last quarter, and you did exactly what you wanted to do tonight. You didn't waste any unnecessary energy playing this one down to the wire with all your starters, and take care of next week, which it'll be a tall task. Bristow is a good football team playing for a playoff spot, and we're gonna get everything that they have left in the tank for this season. But we're also playing for a home playoff game, so we're playing for it all too. That's a big deal here.
Do or die for Bristow, and really in a sense do or die for the Long Grove Longhorns, but they've set themselves up really nicely as far as getting themselves into the postseason. Bristow had the unfortunate situation to travel to Perkins tonight. They got beat 49-28, so it is absolutely without a doubt. Backs against the wall.
And I'm not 100% sure on all the case scenarios for the district and playoff spots, but I do know for a fact that it will be must-win for Bristow if they have any shot whatsoever.
Seminole up 28-21 in the third quarter against Manford. Plainview beating North Rock Creek 21-18. That'll matter because you kind of have to. This is now in the point of the season where you have to pay attention to all teams and the games they play.
That game next week between Plainview and Kingfisher, Week 10, that'll be a big one.
Absolutely.
That could determine who we play, and ultimately it will determine who we play. And you're looking at the three you're looking at is Anadarko, Kingfisher, and Plainview. Those are one of those three teams we will be hosting if we win next week.
Of course, you mentioned Jackson did a nice job mentioning Kingfisher will travel to Plainview. Anadarko will travel to North Rock Creek. So keep an eye on those games. And, of course, Perkins Tryon against McLoud next week. Sulphur against Manford. So just some teams that are at the top of the district that will find themselves in the playoffs. And it looks like the Longhorns will be right there with them if they take care of business next week. Just depends on where they're going to play at. But I want to give a shout-out to the crew really quick. Ryder, you did a great job, as always. You did a great job. He's a trooper, no pun intended. Ryder Troop. He did a nice job today.
Just a makeshift crew tonight, a bunch of backups.
Yeah, we called a bullpen in, and hey, fellas, I think we won. Not Long Grove. I'm talking about as a crew. I think we won. We had a bullpen makeshift team tonight, and I think we handled business very well. And I want to give a shout out to Jackson McClanahan as well.
Listen, I'm by no means calling the shots.
He's not a compliment guy. He's not. We kind of talked about this before the game about you're a team first guy.
Yeah,
you are. And I think of this as a team. We got Ryder, whether it's Ryder or Jeremiah or Deacon McKee, or whether we got Sam, we got Jackson, we got me. This is a team effort. But you were the star of the show tonight, buddy. Your debut.
I by no means agree with that, but I will say this: I don't by any means call the shots for this fine establishment. But I will say that if I'm voting, Sam Harris's spot is in danger.
Oh, you said that
It is very
first.
much in danger.
Oh, Sam. Oh, no.
I told him yesterday, I said, are you sure you want me to take this spot for you? Because you might not get it back, sir.
Hey.
But, no, I'm just playing.
The throne.
He'll be back on here next week.
The Long Grove color guy is, oh, man, it is a hot seat. Hot seat. It is white hot. But, no, once again, you did a great job. And who knows, maybe we'll see you around here later on in the season.
Anytime.
Long Grove, they're guaranteed 2 games. We'll say that. They're guaranteed 2 more games. They got 1 more in the season finale against Bristow, so that'll be great. We'll be on the air starting at 6:30, whether you like it or not, inside Bristow, Oklahoma for a road game, the season finale, and that will set up a possible playoff matchup for Long Grove. So once again, on behalf of my crew, Andy Dunham, Ryder Troop did a great job as well. Jackson, you did a phenomenal job. Good job.
Yeah. It was great. It was a great time.
In your debut, it was a great time, great game to call. Of course, if you're a Long Grove fan, certainly a treat tonight.
Yeah.
No tricks, just treats for the Long Grove Longhorn fan base.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Andy Dunham knows ball.
Oh, okay.
He definitely knows ball.
I appreciate that. Thank you. From one ball knower to another. We say goodnight from McLoud, Andy Dunham, Jackson McClanahan, Ryder Troop. Like to thank all our sponsors. Like to thank all our viewers, everyone that supports the broadcast, the streams. You all make it happen. Thank you so much to our station director, Bob Solons, Jay Lindley, for setting up the station interview. Once again, Andy Dunham, Jackson McClanahan, and Ryder Troop. We say goodnight from McLoud, and we will catch you on the flip side.